We need to get you into some dice rolling software.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, I get to use my crunchy dice.
Sure, if you want.
No, it's probably for the best if we're doing this all in one place. Keeps me honest.
Yeah, you traditionally
I can't be trusted. I'm no longer in the role of GM. Yeah.
Yep. Multiplayer version. Let's get you in here.
Cool.
Multiplay.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear binging on my side?
Binging? No, I can't hear any binging. No.
Okay. No bing bongs?
No bing bongs.
I want to mute Discord for like 3 hours, but I don't know how.
Well, you just go to your volume mixer. If you right click on your volume mixer, just go over to. Oh, actually, Discord doesn't appear for me in there.
That's cool. Disable all sounds. Yeah, I want that. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, this is the link to the dice roller we're using today. Here.
I love the concept of a multiplayer online dice roller. That's fun.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And let me start sharing this puppy.
I'll need you to pop the dice roller login stuff into the Discord so I can join the room.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
And I forgot I gotta quickly edit something on that HTML there. There we go. And let's share that with everyone.
I think it's also like a cardinal sin to not, if there's a Halloween special, to not call it a spooktacular.
Yeah, it's going to be spooky tonight.
I'm really kind of interested in seeing where this adventure goes. I read the like the intro when I got the PDF, but then I stopped myself. But it looks like it could be a lot of fun.
It's good that you stopped yourself.
Well, yeah, yeah.
I'm actually very excited for how we make this all work with the greater world of Questward, the overarching world of Questward.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's a pocket dimension, or maybe it's another thing. Maybe everyone dies in this one. I don't know. Really curious to see what'll happen.
It looks like Dylan's joined us. Welcome.
It's working! For fuck's sake.
Did you have trouble?
My camera hated I hadn't had my camera plugged in for, because I've been on vacation. So I had to figure that out.
Did you just crack up brew?
No. Yes.
Ooh, that reminds me. I need to grab myself one of those as well. Be right back.
33 acres. There's liquor stores selling 33 acres on the island now, so I'm ecstatic. Because I love 33 acres.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
We are live now, just so you know. I don't know if it's obvious when you jumped in.
It says on air. Cool. I should share this more places.
But I was going to say 33 acres, not a sponsor, but they make really nice beer.
They do.
Here in Vancouver, yeah.
Oh, we can definitely hear Franco getting his beer.
Oh, no. Franco's not a beer man. Franco is some kind of mixed drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I just heard clinking.
Clinking? Oh yeah, I grabbed myself a glass of drink.
Okay, I'm just gonna post in a few places I said I was going to post when we went live.
Fantastic. We are on the air, FYI.
Yes. I have to get into Twitch so I can see the chat.
I can see the chat right here.
Inside of the restream that we're using.
Oh, well, this is a fun, fancy thing.
It's pretty neat. You can put it on all of the pro gamer like domains. You can put it up on YouTube, Twitch. You can put it up on LinkedIn if you guys want to start networking here. Yeah. You
can put it up on LinkedIn.
All right.
Okay, I'm just getting into the Age of Sigmar.
Murray is going to be just a moment because children.
Murray's not
children, a plural.
Yeah, is in possession of some.
Cool.
All right, we got everything posted. Should be.
Wait,
good.
where's? So I see private chat. Is that the cool?
No, that you can use to message us if you have anything you want to say just to the players.
Sling that hot goss about the other players in the call.
In a place where they can all see it.
Yeah.
Really talk in front of their backs.
I don't even think I remember what my password is to log into Twitch because I was like, you can add me as a moderator and then I can sit in there. But, you know.
In case things get really raucous on this call.
You never know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess, can we set what we're playing? Oh, tabletop RPG.
We sure can.
I hope I've done it all right.
Yeah.
Was that really loud?
Yeah. Is that really loud? Yes, yes, it is.
Sounds like a really cool person that lives near by you.
Can I ask you, Dylan, to take a quarter off your volume there, please?
Oh,
not just because of the person on the motorbike outside.
You had one chance. No, they've ruined it for everyone.
How's that? Is that better?
It is better, actually. Just a little less. I don't know, Dave, if you agree.
How about now?
Sounded fine to me.
There we go. Yeah, that sounds perfect.
I see you reposition, Dave.
Yeah, well, so I'm normally my desk is, I guess, for folks facing this wall, facing this wall. But that would expose my back to the entire place. So rather than have my my girlfriend and pup wander around behind camera, I just gave this thing the old shift. It's not bad. It is definitely more of like a nook. So it is, more cramped, but it is kind of like a work zone, or I guess in this case, definitely not a work zone. Place where
Dave likes his back to be covered.
I like to be able to see all entrances of a room at all times. Yeah.
Yeah. It's for his protection, mostly.
Yeah. I have
Dylan,
like a bush here. Yeah.
Dylan, would you like to join us in this dice roller that you see on your screen there?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's a link somewhere I haven't looked at.
Check out session planning in the Questward Discord.
Okay, I am there. Or I'm working on being there.
I wish I could see if anybody was even watching us right now. That'd be fantastic.
I see one viewer.
That's me. I think we just kicked off. Actually, yeah, 7 is when we started to start. Hey, yep. It's Murray.
How's it going?
Hello, my friends. Can you hear me?
We can. Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah. All right. Hero always arrives late.
Hi. Long time no see.
Indeed. How are you?
I'm quite well. How are you doing?
I really do hope that they have a PO box in Delta that I could get for that postal code.
Well, before you give any shipping information out online,
we're live.
No.
We are live.
This is a joke. It's a joke. So there is so one of the postal codes in Delta, BC, is V4G 1 and 4.
Nice.
Just write that out.
Very good, sir.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome.
Murray just gets super loud.
Murray came in with some strong
banter
facts there.
Nothing but the facts. Hit him with the facts.
How you doing? It's I guess we should address this. I've never actually met you before.
No way. Really?
Yeah, it's the truth.
Oh, well, I did like crash the kickoff when I think Dylan and Marielle were there.
Crash the kickoff.
Yeah, back way when we were getting Group 2 set up.
Oh, you hopped in Zencaster with us.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3D dice roller. What are we doing with this thing, or are you just doing it? You can roll all our dice for us.
It's for everyone, and this is fantastic. I think anybody that has an RPG group and does any sort of stuff online should use this, because when I throw the dice or you throw the dice, everyone sees the dice.
So do I have to log into it, or is you're just rolling it for us?
I can roll it for you if that's what you choose. But I think it's a lot more fun to roll your own dice. So if you log in there, you can sign up with your whatever throwaway Google account you have, and then use the room name that I posted underneath it. Then you'll be all set up and ready to go.
I see.
It is the sort of thing where we're going to have to coordinate our dice rolls. Otherwise, we're going to be like rolling over top of each other.
Yeah, it'll kind of screw up a bit, but we'll approach that when we get to it.
And this is purely because you don't trust us to roll real dice in real life, right?
Yeah, exactly. Human beings are liars.
Dave trusts us enough. I mean, I've got this whole container full of dice.
They're all loaded. They're all loaded. You've weighted them all.
All of them. And that's why I keep them in my little fish
I
tackle
keep
box.
you trustworthy.
Yeah.
I feel like Dave was suspicious of my 3 6s the other night.
Well,
I rolled so shittily the prior game, like just bad, constant fails.
Well, you guys rolled 6 6s, which sounded really good until I realized you rolled like collectively around 20 dice or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So it was,
I think I rolled 6 6s and then 3 6s.
There's a lot of 6s.
Six-sided dice.
D6,
6-sided
yeah.
6D. Yeah. It's a lot.
66, we say in the industry.
Wait, over to 6. Okay. All right. Yeah, sure.
Well done.
So right off the bat here, I just wanted to put this out there and kind of gauge your guys' opinion. Going through this one-shot campaign, I think it's going to be probably 4 hours total. Now,
including or excluding shenanigans?
Probably including shenanigans. I'm kind of trying to factor it in there. Now, we are slated for a 3-hour run tonight. That doesn't mean that we have to go for the full 3 hours. I have a few places that we can kind of cut this off where it'll make sense and then pick it up on a subsequent week. Is that something you guys are interested in, or do you want to try to push for the end as hard
I can
as possible?
go until 2 a.m. But I'm cutting you off at 2 a.m.
Until 2 a.m.
I can't go till 2 a.m., but I could probably do it all tonight.
I'm easy. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We know.
Go for it.
We know.
Yeah.
Ooh, I personally was thinking that we should
You wanted
split
it
it in
out.
two.
No, Franco's like, I regret everything I've said.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought you guys were going to be like, oh yeah, 2 hours sounds perfect, just because it kind of like cuts things in half very nicely. I didn't expect I'm good to go till 2 a.m. I can't imagine
Murray
us.
goes
That as a
hard.
joke.
Yeah.
I can't imagine us like going for 4 hours like with full energy. It was just kind of the energy levels I was thinking about. But
Oh yeah.
if you guys feel like we can do it, then all
It's up
right.
to you, man. We can always play it by ear and see how we're feeling.
Let's
Yeah.
reassess. Let's reassess closer to 9 and see where we're at.
You're the grind master, so you decide.
I am the grandmaster, and don't you forget it. All right. So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't just jump into things right away.
I don't know if we want to give it a little bit or.
We could
Hint, nudge, nudge.
Well, so what we could do is we're gonna have this as video on demand on the YouTube page after, so people will see this stuff even if they're not in right now. Could use this time to do some announcements.
Sure.
Cool.
What do we have to announce?
Well, Franco, I'm glad you asked about the things to announce. We have a contest right now where we're giving away 3 digital rule books for Age of Sigmar Soulbound. Well, let me tell you a little bit of how to get it. You hop over to goquestward.com or check out our Insta, Facebook, or Twitter, and you'll be able to see all your different ways to enter. I hate myself, so I'm going to stop and dial this back down.
I was going to say, did you have this all written down? Like, did you
No.
rehearse this?
I like your pre-prepared stuff. It's good.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say. You have an excellent announcer voice.
Mm-hmm. I have a face for radio and a voice for acting, so it should be okay. But what we can do instead of that is basically I can talk about the Gleam giveaway. So what you can do is you can go on there. You can actually enter through a bunch of different ways. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, not iTunes, which I realize has been shut down for a while now, and I've been calling it iTunes this whole time. I'm not an Apple guy. You can also subscribe on Spotify, and if you subscribe on either of those, you get about it's like 5 entries or something. And if you do a thing where you jump on the Discord, you can talk to such gems as Murray. Murray hangs out on the Discord all the time. It's kind of his special zone. Dylan is super friendly for welcoming people.
Come to us for the memes.
Yeah.
Stay for
Sorry,
the memes.
I slapped my mic. I was very excited. Slam.
We can't cut that out. Like, we can't do that. We can't
welcome
cut it
to the
out
jank stream.
And there's
I can't
Franco.
fix the mistakes. Yeah. And there's Franco.
And there's so many mistakes.
Trying to think if there's anything else that was an announcement. I think that's pretty much it. Otherwise, we're still weekly until the end of Crash and Burn. We are, forget how many episodes in, but we have at least like 3 more, I think,
12?
to go live.
I think we're 12.
12 episodes in to Crash and Burn.
No, I meant
the one shot.
In total.
Yeah. I think we played a few nights ago. And that was really fun. I think it didn't get us further in that session as we thought, but we were pretty run ragged. A few of us are finaling games and stuff. So we'll pick that up, and we're just recording and everything, so it's been a ton of fun. I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much just rambling at this point.
Yeah.
I still got to listen to my accent video so I can remember what I sound like.
Of this
good, yeah. Just get through that.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
shit together.
It might be nice to talk just a little bit about ourselves, not too much, just to kind of like set the stage. I'll start off since I suggested it. I feel that's probably fair.
Yeah. Tell us your birthday, your mother's maiden name,
and the name of my first pet.
Your first pet.
The street I grew up on.
Yeah.
Last 4 digits of your credit card.
Those manager. 3 little numbers on the back of it as well.
We can go all day.
I'm Jonathan Franco. Everybody around here calls me Franco. I don't really know why. I feel like Dave may have started it and then it stuck, and now he gets upset if I don't call myself Franco. It's aggressive. It's mean. Yeah. It's overbearing. But that's Dave in a nutshell. Sorry, we were talking about me.
Well, if you want us to call you, sorry, was it John? Jonah Jameson?
No, Franco's perfectly fine. Yeah.
No Franco. Got it.
No Franco. Yeah. I'm part of Hinterland Games. If you ever played The Long Dark, and just a lot like the rest of you guys, we're kind of like all video game or at least tech industry related jobs. I feel like kind of where the nerds hang out. Where I feel like it's fair to say we're all a bit of a nerd.
Fair, overlap with RPGs and nerds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every now
Who would have thought?
Together. Yeah.
Dylan, what about you?
I was like, I'm updating. I was running late today. I was doing stuff, and I was just updating like all the things. What about me? Hi, my name's Dylan. Yes, I'm a woman. Last time I checked, I have a boy's name. I get it all the time. I play Maris on Questward. You probably already know that. What about me? I'm here in BC, Canada. I play a lot of games. I originally know Murray. Murray and I go way back on Team Fortress 2.
Not that many ways, though, but yeah.
Like 7 years. I lived in your basement.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Did you forget that? No, yeah.
No. In your basement.
That's a weird thing to
remind me of something. I after you moved out, I still got some of your mail, and I kept this magazine. I kept this magazine that was for you.
Oh, that's such a pretty magazine. It's a great magazine, by the way. This is not like 33 Acres and then Bitch magazine.
Oh my God.
I wrote. I think I tweeted it out at that point. I was like, I'm about to get all up in this.
Did you bring props to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that Murray? Could you hold up that magazine for a moment again, just for curiosity's sake? Is that for, by, or about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, all the about. It's a lovely feminist magazine.
All right.
Okay.
Made for bitches, by bitches, about bitches.
Out of.
I don't think
When,
I've ever
where
heard
about,
you-
when abouts bitches.
I don't think I've ever heard Murray say that word that many times.
Made me slightly uncomfortable.
I'm not 100% sure I've marked this stream as not for children.
We're talking about dogs, right?
Yes. What else about me?
Nice save.
Dave and I found out that we actually met in person once.
That's right. We
Because
found that
of
out
Murray.
on Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
at your kids' 100
1 year birthday,
1 year birthday.
100 day. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah, I
sitting
invite
at
a
their
lot of
table.
people to that. It's one of those big celebrations for.
Murray forgot that I lived in his basement.
Super funny.
No, I remember because I had the thing. Anyways, I wanted to bring it up today, and you just had an excellent segue to it.
And I
love
can't
that.
think of much else to think about to say about myself. I got a hat because it's Halloween tomorrow. I
You're a
have
wonderful
no
person.
direction. I have some gourds and skulls that you can barely see in the background. See, that's
Gourds.
a gourd,
Yes.
No, it's fine.
and
Mhm.
that's
I
a
know,
gourd.
it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's-
Dave is playing a guy named Gord.
I am playing a guy named Gord, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm gonna refer to him as Gord from now on.
Is it though? Out of respect for Tragically Hip.
It is not.
No,
Although
it's
the respect
for
is there though.
Mr. Freeman.
And with that, I'll pass it over to Murray.
Oh, it's me next. Yeah, I'm Murray. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've actually done a few like speeches at schools and stuff like that. And whenever people ask me like, "How did you get into the game industry?" I'm just like, "Don't do what I did," because the first job that I had out of high school was I worked as a butcher. So I'm like, yeah, I worked as a butcher, lifeguard. I was a tutor. Done a whole lot of things in my life, and I somehow ended up working in the same building as Dave. I don't even know how that happened.
As a butcher.
As a butcher, yeah, classic. Yeah, I don't know what else is there to say. I play an unfortunately named pirate, and it is a true story that I did not realize what it sounded like because I didn't say the name out loud. And honestly, even when I said it out loud, I didn't even get it until I think like Dave's like repeated like, what was that name again? Like twice. And then it clicked with me in that moment. We didn't have it on the camera at the time, but you could have seen like my face just die at that moment. And I'm just like,
yeah, we had our chats on. You don't see it on obviously because of the podcast. It was a special moment.
Yeah, it was very tragic.
I respect that you stuck with it though.
My first gut instinct was that like maybe I should choose a different name.
We didn't let you. You tried. We didn't let you.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's just roll with it. And I want to see it come up in the role play. I want to see people just do a double take when they hear his name because it's an interesting name and it makes a little bit of sense for poor Phallus's backstory, growing up as a ship rat, I guess that's what they call those. Kind of
Bilge
and yeah, and bilge rat, yeah, and generally all the crew members don't care for him.
Doing a lot of bilging below deck.
They don't care for him. They don't care for him, and then this of course would be the name that they give him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I thought it was his
so
name.
it's canon. Okay, yeah.
It's canon. Yeah.
Got it.
All right, I appreciate.
Just like Gordon is canon now. Yeah. He's
I do like though that Dave here he's decided to I'm assuming anyway that this is your character's name for tonight's session, Gordon.
No, I just want to go by Gordon if you guys wouldn't mind. Yeah, it is. I guess I could introduce myself. Yeah, hi, I'm Dave. Normally the DM. Today I appreciate being able to be a player. So for anyone who listens to this or watches this afterwards and everything, treat your DM. Every now and then, we do appreciate being the player and not having to world build and craft everything. Yeah, I guess. I met Murray. We were in games together at a large game studio. Met Franco, I guess, like through bouncing around a couple studios, just over the years. Apparently met Dylan like incognito at a children's birthday party. And then we just started this thing. So we've been doing this for a while, and we want to see if it's kind of fun and easy to do. Well, it's not like it's necessarily easy to do a stream, but it is a lot easier than needing to edit and kind of post everything afterwards. So if this is something that we find is a lot of fun, we're trying it out for the first time, and we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I guess I should mention I'm playing. I had to make a character for this, obviously. So I guess I can introduce him afterwards. But
yeah, I actually have a good spot for you to do that.
Cool.
So everybody, thank you very much for joining us. I'm very glad, and Murray, I know it was a bit of a hassle for you, so thank you very much for kind of going the extra mile and making sure you're available tonight. So I say we get right into this.
Let's do it.
I'm going to close my door because my kid is just screaming in the background.
It's good haunted ambience, though, maybe. It's a Halloween special.
Perfect.
Children, he's in PJs.
Why is there a child screaming?
All right. So, Murray, Dylan, your characters often find themselves over at Torlin, the giant turtle in which houses the... Dave, remind me, it's the... What collective?
That's the Storm's Mandate.
The Storm's Mandate.
Yeah.
Who, as we know, are trying to secure the Sigmar Islands. And you guys have come back from one of your many quests. You're ragged, you're tired. You've been rewarded for your quests. And you've retired. You've not yet.
XP is forthcoming. Yeah.
They're waiting for
That's
that
right.
XP.
Where is our XP, Dave? I digress.
Don't make this about me.
I don't think I've gotten any XP.
I was supposed to have a whip
in this game.
Oh my god.
Anyways, moving on. You settle yourselves in for the evening. You close your eyes, and you find yourself dead asleep. Before you know it, you are awake again, and around you is a foggy picture. It's a large area, a square, a town square, but everything's kind of fuzzy. It's wispy, it's moving, and it slowly comes into focus, slowly, until more details appear. You see people, you see a large spire. You look over to above you. You see a giant spire in the distance. You can start to feel the ground moving just ever so slightly under your feet. As your vision clears, you look around you and you see your friends, or at least one of them is. Maris, you see Phallus, and Phallus, you see Maris, but between you is another. Dave, tell us about your character. You see Dave's character between you.
Sure. So yeah, you see a rather opulent-looking human. He's wearing long, flowy, pristine white robes with a kind of like a high collar that kind of goes around behind his head, kind of enclosing things. He's got like a long, kind of conical goatee, reaching out, 6-8 inches in front of him.
I thought you were going to say conical hat, and so now I'm imagining like a wizard's hat as a beard.
Well, he does have like kind of almost like a bishop's hat, kind of looks like that. He's got like a burgundy collar, kind of that kind of like it's really stiff on his like shoulders and kind of comes down. And he's got this staff that is basically like a chandelier on a big metal pole. Yeah, it looks fairly worn, but you're not really necessarily sure how old he is.
And so, correct me if I'm wrong. You're describing a person who has zero peripheral vision, right? High collars all around.
We're talking like 180 sort of situation. Yeah. I guess most humans have 180, but you get me.
Dave, your character Gordon, he remembers falling asleep on Torlin, the same as the other two. Of course, you don't know how you know that, but the rest of you feel the same. You remember Gordon, actually. You don't remember meeting him, though, but somehow he seems familiar to you.
He's been there all along. This is the anniversary of his death.
Sound begins to raise. There's laughter, there's crying, there's prayers and speaking. There's music, the sound of food sizzling and the smells of treats, sweet meats, candy. Suddenly things become more clear. You're sitting in a large town square with many people. They're bustling around. There's bright lights.
Are they hustling as well?
There's no hustle. There's just bustle.
Just bustle? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a weird situation. All right.
You see skeletons, both real and... Goodbye, Dylan.
She's having
She's out.
It was spooky. I said skeletons, and she was out of there.
She messaged that she was having some technical problems.
Yeah, so she's just reloading back in.
Yep.
I'm back.
Now I'm on this side. Hey, there you go.
Skeletons, they'll get to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're scary. You see skeletons, both real and fabricated. There's people in costumes and cookies in the shape of the dead. It's a festival.
We're in Mexico.
You don't know how you know this, but you know that you're in Brightspear.
Oh.
Not Mexico.
Brightspear, Mexico. I've been here before, vacationing, of course.
You know Brightspire, actually. You know Brightspire is in the realm of Akshi, the realm of fire. Have any of you actually been here before?
You know, when you've gone to so many ports as I have, they all start meshing out together, and my memory hasn't been always as good as it is nowadays. So
each of you knows that the Brightspear is landlocked.
I also wasn't sure if that was asking a character or not, because I'm like, oh, you know, Maris probably has been there.
Start speaking aloud about where he's been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he took a land ship. That
so yeah, I mean, Phallus doesn't know if he's been here before. Me, real life person, absolutely do not know what the heck Brightspire is. All I know is that it's not in Mexico.
Well, we don't know that definitively.
Maris has passed through, but hasn't spent a lot of time there. So familiar, but like, don't ask her for directions because she'll send you in the wrong place.
I would say that Gordon has probably slept on a few couches here when he's going through the College of Magic. Used to be, pretty up in the frat scene before. So yeah,
I feel it's important as well for me to say that I've made a mistake off the bat. I keep calling it Brightspire, and I feel like that's a really good name. But it says right here in my notes it's Brightspear.
Oh, Brightspire sounds awesome, though.
So I just want to clarify. I want to clarify.
Brightspire, I wasn't sure. It didn't ring a bell. You know?
Oh yeah. now that it's Brightspear, I've totally been here. Sorry,
Phallus has been there.
So you guys may or may not have been here before, but regardless, you know it. You don't know how you know it, but you do. And here's what you know about Brightspear. First of all, it's in the realm of fire. I've already said this. But more importantly, it is one of the newest cities in Akshi. It is one of the newest cities of order. This city has been built on the Aglaraxian, and we're definitely going to say that a few more times. This has been built on the ancient Aglaraxian city. Unknown, actually. It's been built on some runes. But it's popped up over the past few years, and it has grown and grown. You know that it is built in 3 different sections. There's the upper tier, the lower tier, and the new city. The upper tier is where you stand right now, the highest point of the city. You know and feel the city turning slowly, very slowly, but surely. And somehow you know that the reason for this is because it follows Ulgu and Hish, which I believe are the realms of light and darkness, or night and day.
Oh, I heard of Hish before. Was this the guy that the statue who traveled between planes type of thing?
Right, yeah, that's the idea. So this is in episode in our ghoul episodes, but yeah, it's the same idea. Is there's like a light plane and shadow plane, and they basically like twist over each other, and that's what like makes the day night cycle here.
Okay, so it's the plane. It's not. Yeah. It's not the person.
So like we're on the realm of fire. That's like basically the sun is literally light, and then there's another one that's like darkness.
Correct. So this tower in the center of the city is built. It's built in a center, and the rest of the city is built in a conical kind of fashion.
I do appreciate how conical is becoming the word of this game.
I suppose it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna force it into every sentence that I make.
I think
every topic, every scene.
You know what? I'm incorrect. It's concentric rings, but that might have gotten in my head, Dave. So everything's conical now.
Yeah, conical is canonical now.
Yeah.
Correct. Nice. So it is a city built in concentric rings outward. As you move further out, they become larger and they become less fancy. You know that the upper ring is where the hoity-toities live, where the most rich live, and just below you in the lower tier, it is wreathed in darkness. The upper tier actually sits over top of the lower tier and shades it at all times of the day. Mm. With that, you also know that tonight is the anniversary of the Necroquake. Do any guys know what the Necroquake is? Because I had to Google this. I had no idea.
It's an earthquake with a lot of necromancers and the bodies coming out from the dirt because the necromancers are calling up all the dead bodies. So there's an earthquake. That is my guess.
You're pretty much right. Yeah. You're pretty much right.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in lore, I believe that in lore it's known, but as far as you guys know, there was a great burst of necromantic energy from Shyish, which is Realm of the Dead, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And it caused spirits to rise from the earth, people to be crippled with necrotic energy, death, destruction through all of the planes. And tonight is the festival of looking forward here. The Festival of Memory.
Okay.
So, the Festival of Memory happens once a year here in Brightspear. From behind you, you hear a little voice. Hey guys! You don't look like you're from around here.
Gordon makes a conical expression and turns around slowly to see who I'm looking at.
What does a conical expression look like?
Don't move past.
Is it round?
Just
it's a very pointed expression.
Yeah. Pointed look. Yeah. There you go.
I don't even know what conical looks like, but
you know Spy versus Spy?
Oh.
Yeah.
He's got a big nose.
That's basically what Gordon looks like now in my head.
Behind you is a shorter fellow, and he waves to you. You kind of look down and you see him, and he says, "Hi, I'm Todd."
You bastard.
Howard?
That actually runs into the running joke too. Okay, this is I'll leave it for Franco to explain.
It's fine.
Yeah. Gordon,
it's for their friends, it's not for us.
What is? Does he resemble any notable game developers prominent in the industry right now?
You know what? Like, if Gordon knew of any, game developers from our plane of existence, he might think he bears a passing resemblance to Todd Howard.
Okay, that's fair.
God damn it. I have a quick question. Have we described our? I was like, I couldn't hear anything for like the first 2 minutes, so I don't know if we took a turn of describing ourselves yet.
Not each of us.
Only Gord Dawn.
We're getting there.
Not each of us, but Gordon has appeared. You and Phallus actually know what each other looks like, but now that you've met somebody new, tell me what Todd sees. Maris.
Sorry, I had a moment of, am I describing what Todd is?
I hope you're describing what you look like to Todd. You look like a giant. No.
Maris is, well, Todd sees a 5-foot human with like bright auburn red hair, side shaved with a braided rat tail in the back. She's wearing colorful loose clothing with some like leather armor, and her Mistori pet, which is a little weasel or mink, is just kind of perched on her shoulder, crawling on her head, looking all over the place, jumping on Phallus if he allows it. And Pickles has fur that's in the shape of a constellation. You see like stars shifting over his dark blue purple fur, and if she had the chance and she would like swipe a mask, she would totally be like wearing a costume if she got the chance. So maybe like a fake skull face or something on a stick.
Cute.
Did you get shorter? I could have sworn you were 5 foot something before.
No, 5 foot even, and Okri's 4'4". Okri's short for a dwarf, and Bort is tall for a dwarf.
When he's not here, she's short. But you know, Okri, the dwarf. Oh my god,
he's short.
Even shorter.
Yeah.
Below average.
Below, wow. What a kick him.
And she's just very excited. If it's a festival, if there's food to eat.
Todd is excited too. He looks back and he tosses Pickles a little bit of candied corn.
Gross.
Pickle swallows it whole.
And proceeds to need Heimlich.
Nope.
No.
He's voracious.
What does how does Phallus appear to Todd?
Phallus.
I really.
Yeah.
Suddenly, and not from where you'd expect.
He's dressed as an eggplant.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's my costume for Halloween, right? Yeah. I actually wrote a description recently for the artist guy who's drawing the stuff. He's an odd-looking elf. He's tall, like most elves are, but he's more heavy built, and he has a thick black beard. You imagine like Hagrid from Harry Potter, but not as thick as him. He wears a tricorn hat.
Well, we're talking double C thick then, if we're in Hagrid territory. Approaching
Sorry?
Hagrid territory. So we're like approaching Hagrid territory?
Approaching Hagrid territory, yeah. Yeah, because, you know, you wouldn't expect Hagrid to, like, do all the things that Phallus does. He's got a long... You're going to be okay.
I don't know if you hear what you're saying.
He's got a long cloak made from sea dragon scales. He wields a cutlass, a hambo. It's got, like, you can see he's just like various trinkets and trophies and stuff like that he's collected from things that he's killed. The biggest thing, the most notable thing you can see is this long curved hunting horn that he kind of fashioned out of a Gorn's horn. Gorn is like a giant zombie goat type of thing. But yeah, that's what he sees.
Well, Todd is a bit taken back. You can tell that he doesn't see people quite like you around here very often. But he's a friendly enough fellow, and he engages you in conversation.
What does he look like, besides being short?
Todd Howard-like.
He is somewhat Todd Howard-like. Yeah, he's.
I mean, is he human?
Very much so. Yes.
And is he?
But he's very short. Like, he's shorter than Maris.
Oh boy.
Is he shorter? Is he shorter than Okri?
Ooh, undeterminable.
Okay.
He's a skinny-looking dwarf. Hello there, Todd. I'm Phallus.
And I'm no dwarf, but it's nice to meet you. I can tell that you guys aren't from around here.
Nope.
Well, what brings you here?
We should be asking you that question, young boy. Where did we end up? I have no idea where we are right now. I know we're in Brightspear.
Oh, it sounds like you've had too much white ale. It's the night of Festival of Memories, of course. Like, can't you see, like, all the games, all the people?
All right, I remember now. It's the Festival of Memories. That's what he said.
Yeah, but why do you remember that?
Why do we remember what?
Why do we remember these things that weren't in our heads before? Why am I standing in the center square with these two rubes and I maybe know you? I don't know. I'm Gordon. Nice to meet you. Gordon the Everlasting.
Gord,
Hi,
we've
Gordon.
known each other forever. We're friends. Aren't we now, Gord?
Todd,
Best friends.
Todd puts his hand on Gordon's on his shoulder and he says,
Like,
on his up inner thigh. It's gonna be all right, buddy. You've just had too much to drink. Relax.
Yeah.
That would actually be probably on point for Gordon. So he
It would not
backs
be
away from
true
the line of
for
questioning.
Phallus or Maris, because I don't think either of our character drinks.
Maris tried once. It didn't go very well.
Well, Todd doesn't know this.
But it's a festival of memories.
It's a festival of memories. Who are you remembering tonight?
So Maris doesn't seem really concerned that, she's suddenly here, even though she's vaguely familiar with it. She suddenly knows what's going on. She's just like on the tips of her toes bouncing and just looks at Todd and is like, what games can we play?
Oh, you're into the games too.
I love games.
This is one of my favorite nights, actually. Oh, there's so many to play, but I don't want to spoil anything for you. It sounds like this is your first time.
I'll cease this cryptic description and tell me where I am.
Well, you're in Brightspear, of course.
I don't-
Can you not see the big tower and the...
He clutches his staff a little bit more closely.
Now, Gord, you're going to get more wrinkles if you worry about these things.
I'm
We're here now.
32 years young.
Let's enjoy the festival while we're here anyways. Looks like Miss Mary's already in the spirit of things.
Well,
The
you
least
guys
we could
nods
do is escort this
enthusiastically.
young woman around.
You guys may not have been here before, but of course you've taken part in a festival of memory before. It's every year you remember those who have died. It started with the necroquakes, and once a year after, we remember those who have died and those who still live.
Oh yes, of course. The Necro what's now? Obviously, Phallus is not one of the world. He doesn't really know much history and such.
If you'd like, you can go to the center of the square, and you can scribe the names of a loved one or someone to remember on the monument there.
Is it a square now, or is it a circle? I thought it was a circle.
Conical.
Gordon-
Well, we're in a square, yeah. Maybe not a square, perfect square. Rectangular in some form or fashion. There are corners. I can tell you that much.
Gordon is going to extricate himself from this position.
And he starts walking towards the center of the square with the intent of etching something.
Fantastic.
Maris grabs Phallus's hand and like, come on, Phallus, let's go. Phallus, let's go. Come on, Phallus.
All right, Miss Mary. No need to pull.
And she just keeps pulling
Yep.
whether or not he's following.
Yep.
You
Tickles
guys
is going to run ahead.
You move towards the center of the square. There's a large monument here. It's got a square base, and it seems to have had some kind of obelisk on it at one point, and the obelisk has since cracked and fallen over.
Oh, this looks like a hazard now, doesn't it?
Can I investigate the broken obelisk?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I tell if I can carry it back to the Torlin? and
Yeah,
keep
you
it?
can tell. Yeah, absolutely. You can't. It's
Oh.
huge.
Maybe if we got two of us to carry it. Oh.
I do like
Dave-
a running gag with Phallus is saying, like, I bet I could lift that.
I can break these cuffs.
Yeah.
Dave, can you give me? You were looking for. I'm assuming kind of like the history of this place, or
Yeah, so I'd like to know. He is a wizard. I guess, like, if there's any, I don't know if I would be able to tell if this is like magical in some way, or at least like the origin of this obelisk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would like you to give me a. So you're gonna go for magic, or you're gonna go for more like your memory?
He would look for the magic in things
Okay.
before other things.
Soul Arcana, if I may.
Yeah. Soul
Does
Arcana.
Maris
Okay.
smell anything?
I don't know. Does Maris wish to smell anything?
I don't think she has a choice.
How does that?
Just does a deep inhale.
Oh, there you go. I see.
All right.
Fat 3.
And you sneeze heavily. Actually, this place is filled with magic.
Oh, looks
And
like
she
you're
starts
not going to
sneezing.
have any fun here at all.
I'm in a strange place. I'm with weird people. One of them has hay fever. This is a terrible day. I'm going to be miserable this whole festival, and I want you guys to show me a good time.
Jesus Christ.
Is that what your
just want
character's
a nice
concerned about?
festival.
I like how you moved on from freaking out about not knowing where you are to just like, I wish I had a good time. And these people are not here to provide me the service.
Anticipate my needs.
Dave, is that 11 there that you rolled on screen? That's what your roll was?
Well, I guess that's one
353?
success.
353, yeah.
Fantastic. So you pass this, and you know of this place, though you can't remember being here physically before. You know it as the Fallen Spire. It's this whole
Makes sense.
square. This is the
Right.
Fallen Spire.
The bright spire that fell down, and then they called it the spear afterwards.
Yeah, the spear afterwards. Thank you.
Murray's just making all the connections as the
Yeah,
math flies
okay,
over
that
his
little
head,
map.
To Phallus,
Yeah.
everything just makes sense. You tell him a fact, he'll be like, that makes sense. You tell him another fact that contradicts the previous one, he's like, that also makes sense.
And you lie to him and position it as a fact, it makes sense.
So Phallus
Makes
is
sense.
anyone on Facebook. Yeah.
Yes. Oh boy.
Hey, I'm on
I
Facebook.
think maybe Phallus dies in this campaign then.
Ugh.
Anyway, so the Fallen Spire is
Okay, it's all
named
green.
the scattered remains of an ancient Agloraxian monument.
Yeah, you got it.
On these vast chunks of masonry, the people of Brightspear scribe the names of their dead and scatter their ashes to feed the small orange flowers that sprout from the stone. You also think it's quite beautiful. It's beautiful. There's like little orange flowers around it, kind of like the poppy fields. Tonight, in this square space around the stones, or in the circular space around the stones, is it's full of people, and from children to elders, and lit by candles and torches.
Okay.
So you can kind of hear celebrations and crying, and it seems to be all types of different forms of remembering the people who have passed. Todd actually appears behind you. Hey there. Perfect timing. Todd appears behind you, and he
disappears without a trace.
He's gone, but you know what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
He's actually quite intrigued by Maris's interest in the games, and he offers to show you guys around and participate in a few games and celebrations with him.
In the meantime, Phallus fashions out like a little bone clothespin and hands it over to Maris so she can use it to clamp her nose.
Oh, perfect. So Todd arrives just in time to see this, and he, I'm sorry, I should be a bit more hospitable, but well, what were your names again? It was
Maris Honeysuckle.
Maris and
I'm Phallus.
And the angry one?
My name is Gordon the Everlasting. I am a battle mage of the Haitian Academy of Light.
Todd's just kind of mouths agape, and he's like,
Maris
Okay,
just kind of tilts
I'm very
her
important.
head and looks at him and goes, "Is your last name Everlasting, or is it the Everlasting, or is your middle name the and your last name is Everlasting and your first name is Gord?" And she just seems to be thinking about this
Yes.
a little bit too hard.
You're correct, and he pats you on the mink on your shoulder.
He pats you on the mink.
It's you on your
He reaches over your head and then goes over to the mink.
She just shrugs.
It's like, I've decided not to touch your hair.
Todd kind of speaks up. I do feel it is my responsibility, maybe as a sort of host, to show you around, and I did hear there was some interest in some games.
Well,
I think he
but I do
wants
have
us to play the games.
I want to play the games.
Yeah.
But I do have a question. What if I don't remember the name of, or not remember, but I didn't know the name of someone who died? Could I still etch them into this thing?
Todd thinks for a moment. I'm not sure, but I imagine that it would be nice if you could put something there to remember them by. If it was a picture or a symbol or just a token.
So if Mara says anything to like scrawl with, she's gonna walk up, whatever she might have to like etch into it. She's gonna draw what you would assume is a Dwarden. It looks like a really stout human, and then she just kind of like puts a little plus sign, +4.
So
that one guy. What's his name?
No, there was 4 of them.
So you actually see that there are some tools at the base of this structure. They've been set there. It seems as if it was part of the celebrations. And so you're easily able to etch something into the stones. But would you give me a check for how well you draw this dwarf? A crafting check, please. A body crafting check.
A body crafting check? I don't have crafting. Okay, how do I use this tool? Do I just do like roll?
You're going to roll your body crafting, and we'll see how good that picture is.
I'm just trying to use this.
Oh yeah, you just there you go. Boom. Fantastic. So you guys kind of follow Maris up, Gordon and Phallus, and she begins to work away, and it's quite quick work with the tools at hand. And you see a picture forming, and when she's finished, it is a passable image of a dwarf of some form. You don't know who this dwarf is, but it's most certainly a dwarf. Anyway, Todd's getting anxious. He's come on. There's so much to do. Are you guys hungry, or do you?
Phallus is glad that nobody like asked him, because even though he knows some people who write down, he can't write.
Oh.
Well,
so he's happy to move on.
We all remember people in different ways. He looks to Gordon and Phallus.
Todd is low-key creeping me out as a player, but Maris is totally into it.
Well, I mean, I'm totally getting was like the Saw, right? The movie.
The Saw?
Oh, a little puppet.
Yeah.
Jigsaw.
You want to play a game? You know.
Ooh.
What's you kind of like pushes past Phallus. What do we have for food here? I could use something delectable.
Well, I hope you like death-related things.
I mean, I suppose a lot of food is. Almost all food is dead, I suppose. That's fine.
I generally prefer my food to be dead. Yes.
Todd leads you over to a group of stalls. There's some of the city's finest food vendors have set up for tonight in the square. There's seasonal treats, classic favorites, drinks, cookies, candies, you name it, they've got it. Do you have anything in mind? There's so much to choose from. I like the toasted nuts. If you reach in and grab them, they're free.
Gordon looks over at Maris and like just kind of winces.
Phallus might like them.
Yeah, that's why he didn't look at Phallus.
But she's not like there's she's saying it straight faced.
Oh really? Go ahead, grab one.
All right.
You guys approach,
dead, right? Like
you guys
every
approach
food he goes in front of, he just asks the vendor, "This is already dead." Yes.
You approach the vendor and you ask your question. He goes, "They're nuts, son. They're nuts. Do you want them or not? They're 2 drops for a bag, or you can risk it and reach on in."
I suppose we'll risk it. What's a fun surprise?
Sure, give me a 2d4 body something that's not athletics. Reflexes, body reflex.
1, 2, 3. Internet luck does not betray me.
Hey, nice.
Very nice. So Phallus looks up at the vendor and readies his hand, and he reaches in extremely quickly into these nuts within the flames. This is the realm of Akshi, after all. It is the realm of fire. So you reach in deftly and grab a handful of nuts, and they're hot. They're hot still, but you do it
these are hot.
yourself.
Hot nuts.
Jinx.
I need to be very clear. That is from the like it says the hot nuts thing. It's there. I didn't make this up.
I don't believe you, Franco.
It reminds me of this UFC fighter where after the fight, he was just like airing himself out, and then the interview, the guy's just like, "What you doing there?" It's just like, "My balls are hot." Just right in the interview. That's great.
Anyway, these nuts are in fact delicious. For what it's worth, they're well made, and the vendor, he laughs, he gives a big hearty chortle, and he's quite impressed by your deftness, even though you're kind of you are kind of tossing it between your hands, and he gets a good laugh in.
You should try some of these, Miss Mary. They're quite good.
Nah, I don't like nuts.
Gord?
Yeah, I'll reach in and grab some of these magical sacks of goodness. I'll reach in for free. And he goes in.
All right, give me a roll, man.
Okay.
Good luck.
I've committed to a very high energy
on the
character,
nuts.
and we'll see if this lasts.
Yeah, I like it though. Keep it up. It's 2D4.
Hang on. I need to actually figure out what is it. It's
4.
No, what's the
two fours?
check?
DN 4-2, I think, is what he needs.
No,
to
but
do.
what's the check? Like, what's the skill?
Reflex.
It's reflex and body. It looked like you already rolled, so I felt like
I was trying to.
you were just setting it up.
And
okay, that's not a real roll. If you don't succeed, it's not a real roll. Okay.
One and
Got
3.
it. Rip. All right. So you see Phallus reach in and grab some free nuts, and you think, well, hell, I want some of those as well.
Well, that big oaf could do it. I could do it.
And that's exactly what you do. You reach on in and you grab a handful of them before you realize that you are not quick at all. In fact, to somebody else who might have been watching, you're rather slow. You gently dip your hand into the flames.
And if I may, he has very long, flowy sleeves.
Yeah, it's just caught on your sleeves. Like, oh, no.
And before you know it, your sleeves are on fire.
Phallus takes his hat off and tries to pat him a little bit.
The vendor is dying, and Todd is laughing heartily. This has all been good fun for them. You can kind of tell that they've tried this before, and it's not easy to do. But that's the fun in tonight. So yeah, Todd kind of gets in there, tries to help out. He's laughing.
The vendor's dead because he's dying.
Yeah. Todd murdered him, and now he's the vendor.
And the vendor is quite pleased. In fact, he gives you a good laugh. Oh, son, first time, hey. So he takes a bit of pity on you, and he gives you kind of like a half baggie of nuts. These are on the house. Don't worry about it, kid.
All right, I'll accept your pity nuts, but I don't want to hear about it.
I'll be telling the wife about this later. Quite funny.
Are there any candy apples anywhere?
Oh, for sure. But they're not just candy apples. They're candy apples with little skulls on the faces.
Maris is
like you've seen in the Disney movie.
She's like, by the time like Gord's sleeves are on fire, she's finding some candy apples.
so he'll be fine.
You see your friend ? Light himself a flame, and you go,
oh no, she's already fine.
This is fine. And then you go up to find some candy apples.
In the background, off screen, you hear screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows Phallus. Phallus and her are familiar before the soul binding. She trusts him.
Actually, that's something that I haven't addressed with you too. Just before we go into the candy apple saga, the two of you, Phallus, Maris, you guys feel connected to Gordon. You don't remember him at the soul binding, but you can feel his presence. and it doesn't freak you out. It doesn't scare you. It doesn't feel strange. But the fact that you don't remember him at the soul binding, which is quite a big event, it does kind of put the question into your head, like, who is this?
No, it doesn't. It makes sense to me.
It doesn't put the question into your head at all. In fact, it puts you at ease.
Makes sense to me. It's Gord. That's all I need to know. He's a good friend of mine.
I'm on fire. Stop reminiscing about things.
So
let me help you with that one.
That'll probably dawn on Maris as soon as she gets to the candy apples, because there's just a lot going on, and that's overwhelming her, excitable sensibilities.
Well, this square isn't empty. It's filled with people. And to get to the candy apples, you have to move through many people. And on your way, you see a couple of different groups. You see a group of people who look as if they're surrounding or congratulating, or perhaps even, encouraging someone who seems to be rather important. They're wearing robes of Sigmar. And they seem to have something to do with this festival, though you don't know what. You see a couple of different guards in the area keeping the peace. They are marching along the edges of the square. And every so often, a group of them seems to be reporting to a solemn figure at the edge of the square. She's a short dwarf, and she gives these groups a nod every so often. You also see people dressed brightly and happily. They're kneeling at stones, at runes, at grave markers even. And some of them are sad or just simply offering a silent prayer. But what you do notice out of these people is that a few of them are kind of like more deeply dressed. They're in darker colors. Most notable is somebody who is as far away from people as possible. You see, this is a very jovial event. There's kind of groups of people moving around. It seems as if everyone's a friend. It's not just little cliques of people moving around. It's everyone seems to know everyone, or is at least interested in engaging with everyone. So that strikes you as a bit odd. But
it's quite the contrast, hey? So you have some people who are mourning, and then you have some people who are laughing at somebody's burning nuts.
And there's random graves?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't have many rooms for
it's not like a graveyard. And in graves, I would say they're more like markings than they are maybe headstones. But that all passes you by because you can smell some candied apples.
She's going for it.
She can't smell. She's got a clothespin on her nose.
She can taste it in the air. She knows it's there.
We can taste it.
Or Pickles leads the way.
Yes.
Pickles drives your hair just like Ratatouille.
That's he would run forward and jump between people's shoulders.
So you happily approach the candied apple vendor, and he simply asks you, regular or cinnamon?
Cinnamon, please.
Coming right up. That'll be, 2 drops for such a cute young lady.
Thank you. And then however they
exchange drops. Yeah, it's a weird.
Yeah, puts water in his palm.
Takes a little eyedropper.
Have a sprinkling.
So I thought about this. I think that so in this realm, the currency is drops, literally drops of water. They're magically imbued, and I imagine they come in little vials, and maybe with markings.
Vials or spheres, yeah,
to show how much is in a vial. So you can have a full vial, which is 10 drops. Or a portion of it, and it would show you kind of, if you held it up right, that it would be about 5 drops in there.
So
I think when I was looking through different items that people can have, there was literally a thing that allows you to see if the Aqua Guaranus is actually real Aqua Guaranus, because apparently some people try to pass fake just regular water as currency. I don't know. They chose a currency that's super easy to counterfeit, Literally, just go by the ocean, just fill up a vial. Here you go.
You know, now that you say that, because I almost took that as her rare item, and I was like, I don't know if I'll get a chance to use it, so I took the spyglass instead.
I don't know why, but in my mind, I always saw Aqua Granus as kind of like almost glowing with like a luminescence. So
that's what I
could
assumed.
be. Honestly, it could be.
I think it's in the.
like,
it's actually like in the book.
I think it would make sense that it's a little more fancy, but you could still try and fake it, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
not
Yeah, you could
literally
probably
people.
charm it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll pay with her real Aqua. It's not fake.
Thank
She's
God.
not a
because
counterfeit. She's not
this
a
is just
criminal.
a simple apple vendor. He's just trying to make a living.
She's not
He
going
gave
to
you a
screw him
discount
over.
already.
Yeah. So 2 drops. She takes a cinnamon. Thank you, sir. I got to go back to my friends now, though. I hope you have a lovely evening.
He tips his hat in acknowledgement and thanks you kindly.
Oh, what time of day is it?
It's just turned to nighttime. Actually, you know that this event occurs for a 12-hour period, starting exactly at... I wonder if I can find this very detailed information.
Man, Faust has never had this much knowledge in his head at all at once. It's amazing.
He's overwhelmed.
he just knows all the things, which is why he feels amazing. He's just like, he trusts everything. He's just, I know everything about this.
And Gord's like, oh God, I got stuck with these 2 people.
I can't find the exact time. I believe it was at dusk, so I think it was like 12 to 12 or something like that. Or no, that's wrong. It was 7 to 7, I think. I'm sorry.
It could be whatever you like.
It can be whatever you like.
It's 7 to
Dusk to dawn.
7. I like it to be accurate though, because I mean, somebody put some work into this, and it feels as if you want to do them right by getting those little tiny things right. But we'll say 7 to 7 for tonight.
Perfect.
So it is 7 p.m. In answer to your question.
All right, is the fire out?
Yeah,
Is the fire out?
I think Gordon
At this
up.
point, Phallus has just like kicked Gordon down and just rolling him on the ground.
Out. It hurts
Stop,
my
drop,
flesh.
and roll. Like fish?
Yeah, rolling him like a fish in the newspaper.
Oh.
There you go.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Those fish
like
when
if
they
a
light
fish
on
is-
fire. Yeah. Although there are fish that light on fire in this setting.
Seared
so
tuna.
that maybe makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gordon,
good old
your-
Gord Ahi Tuna Dawn, the everlasting.
Gord, your sleeve will never be the same.
Oh no. It's like it's kind of like burnt up to his like bicep. And
It's
as it crosses up that way, you realize there's nothing there. There's no guns whatsoever.
oh, I thought you meant no arms.
No arm, yeah. It's like a cartoon like nub of a bone coming out. But he sees Maris coming back over and like kind of pushes himself up the ground, like, I don't want to talk about it. Well, I want that apple. Give me that. Tries to grab the
Eats
apple.
the whole thing in one bite.
Starts to choke.
Maris is like, what? And she's like, wait, how tall is Gord?
He's unremarkable 5'9".
I like how much we go into people's heights in this.
Yeah.
Like, not
Well,
even
Very
just like,
judgmental setting, yeah.
Well, I say this because she's 5 foot. He's 9 inches
Yeah.
taller. If he's trying to go for her apple, she's gonna like try to eat it really quickly, realize that's not possible, and then like hold it, like don't fucking touch it. No.
He's very weak. You realize as he tries to like vainly like reach past you and grab the apple. Yeah.
Gord, are you okay?
I make myself feel better when I have snacks. And
Do you need some nuts?
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have those nuts. You're right. I deserve a treat. He takes out,
Yes, you do.
he takes out the sack of nuts and rustles it around in his hands.
before you can get to those nuts, Gordon,
these nuts.
your good arm gets grabbed upon by Todd. He's like, "You're hungry."
Get
Well,
off
let's-
of me, you street urchin! You filthy, vile street rat! Don't touch me! I'm trying to gouge myself on these nuts.
Gorge?
like-
I think you mean or gouge? You're gouging
Yeah,
yourself on those nuts.
I'm very irate.
Well,
You
had
illiterate
mentioned
rude.
You were hungry, and I know just the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Todd beckons you to come with him. He brings you and the rest of the 3 of you to a single table. There are similar tables set around in a circle, and there are groups of people approaching them, and somebody who stands there and seems to be handing them too many nuts, and seems to be handing passerbys or whoever wants to participate some kind of bowl. And Todd approaches and says, "Go ahead, you guys." And the person at the table
an empty bowl? They're passing everyone empty bowls?
You don't know.
Things in it.
There's something in it, maybe. So as you draw near, the person at the table is quite excited and says, "Hey," it's a lady at the table. She's, would you like to try your luck? And she hands you
doing quite well at these. I would like to try my luck.
Excellent. She hands you a bowl, and within the bowl are 3 skull-shaped candies.
Oh, I like the skull.
She just says, "Choose wisely."
I will take them all.
You got him.
just looks deadpan right in her face.
Oh, Phallus is so lovely.
You've chosen poorly. She says, "Well, you must eat them now."
All right. So he takes the first one on the left. Just works his way from left to right. How big are these?
Oh, they're bite-sized. They're not.
Oh, they're bite. So like little cookies.
Yeah. And you just kind of like go one at a time here, or just slam them.
You tell me when something bad happens. So it takes the left one.
Well, nothing actually. Nothing bad.
Tries the middle one. Tries the third one.
Nothing. You eat all 3.
All right. What do I roll for taste?
Nothing actually. But you will be rolling a body fortitude.
Nice. I suck at everything, by the way.
You're looking for a 3-1.
Okay.
I just need to state, Gord got lit on fire, but then we didn't check if he was hurt.
No one cares about Gordon.
What do I have to roll? I have a +1 focus, by the way.
You're looking for a 3-1 body fortitude.
Okay, well, 3 successes, sir.
You feel your mouth begin to burn.
Oh, these ones are a little bit spicy.
It is hot. It is not comfortable. It is very hot. But
they used to put these on. They used to put these on the ahi tuna.
These little cookies.
No, it's like he's thinking like wasabi on sushi. He's just like, oh.
But regardless of how hot it is, you find yourself. It's not. You know what? You handle it pretty good. You don't even flinch. And the woman at the table, she smiles and she says, "Well, you didn't flinch." So, and from beneath the table, she pulls out a little skull mask for you to wear.
Oh, lovely. And he kind of takes a tricorn hat, just kind of adjust it a little bit. Actually, no, it doesn't quite fit. So he's just going to put it on top of the hat.
So wait, the mask's on the top of his head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he tried it on. He doesn't want to cover his face because it's kind of awkward with the big bushy beard, right?
Okay.
So he's just like, just dangle it a little bit there. It's just like, how I look.
The same.
Great, we match. The same.
High five.
You look the same. Disgusting.
Is that what the lady says to me?
No, I'm thinking about Gordon.
I take out my handbook. No. Would you like to say that again?
Todd's interested too. He kind of looks to Gordon and Dylan. Do you guys want to try?
I'll win. I can do this. I'll choose the best one, and I'm gonna get a mask that's better than him. This character's getting more vindictive the more I play him.
He's hateful right now.
He's very hateful. Yeah. Deep down,
how you
he's a
get.
sweetheart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. He'll try and grab one. What do you want me to do?
Can't trust anyone named Todd. Will you choose 1, 2, or 3? And Dylan, you'll choose one or 2 after Gordon has grabbed his candy.
Gordon will choose number 3.
Okay. And Dylan, you can choose from 1 or 2.
1. Maris chooses 1 because she's number 1.
And Todd, Todd being the polite fellow that he is, he chooses last. He takes number 2. And on the count of 3, you each take a bite. Dylan.
Yes.
Please make a body fortitude save. 3-1.
Body yaddy yaddy. Oh God. God, this is her worst stat. This site also just makes everything so slow.
Just roll a 3. Just roll a 3.
I can't tell. It's still rolling on my screen.
What?
Oh.
It shouldn't.
No. You want me to roll it for you?
The dice are still rolling.
That's weird.
It's a hell of
I can't see what I got, so someone will. I gotta.
Nothing changed.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Oh
I haven't seen
wait.
anything.
Did you roll 3d6?
I roll 2d6. Maybe I'll refresh. Can I just roll real dice?
No, you must use this gadget.
Someone roll for me, please.
All right. Do you need 2d6?
Yes, please.
Here you go. Cha-cha-cha-chow. Oh, baby.
Fantastic roll.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You-
internet
Way
rolling is
better
way
than
better
I-
than my real life rolling.
Oh,
You
you're
stand
rolling way
there-
better than I roll.
You stand there in excruciating pain for a minute, but you don't show it. And the lady at the stand, she smiles and
Did she give her a tiny little mask for pickles?
We
She
have
already has the skull mask. She just took one
Yeah.
when they showed up.
Yeah, she just snatched one off a guy's face as she was running by.
Did she now?
But
You
she did
just-
not pay with
the
counterfeit.
DM
backwards
asks.
renders.
Yeah.
I totally
Okay.
said that earlier. Rewind.
Okay, yeah.
So
No,
it hands off the chess
just to give you a quick little jump forward in time. There's just a father at home, and he looks down at his children. He says, "I'm sorry, kids. I tried to get you a mask, but some crazy lady stole it from me." And his kids well up. They tear up.
Well,
It's
they
just
deserved
Daddy,
it.
that's the only thing we wanted from tonight.
They deserved it.
It's the whole year is ruined.
You're not going to make me feel bad, Franco.
And back. Sure, yeah, they have a child-sized mask. It's not small enough for Pickles by any measure, but you do get a tiny mask.
Maris puts it on, and then Pickles sits with it. So now she has 2 skulls on.
And you look spooky.
It's like,
Thanks.
You notice that the crowd's kind of starting to move over towards the fallen spire, but you don't need to kind of follow the crowds. You just feel as if there's maybe a bit of a hustle and a bustle now
Whoa, shit's
around
getting
the spire.
real.
There are still games to be had, food to be eaten, memories to be shared. What would you guys like to do?
I just want to clarify. So Maris was briefly in excruciating pain
Yes.
and didn't show it.
No.
Okay.
that's what
She's
your
gonna-
fortitude save was.
Okay. But I just wanted to confirm. But she's gonna look at Gord and be like, Gord, did it hurt
Yes?
for you?
Ah,
It was immensely painful. You should feel sorry for me. I was so hot and spicy, and I didn't even get a mask.
Do you want this one that I got?
I want the small one.
Yeah, the small one.
Yeah.
And so she takes it off and she hands it over to Gord. And then she's like, look, we all match. Pickles
We
looks a
all
little
look
bit.
like 3 regulars here now.
Now that Gordon has it, he's not as interested in it anymore, but he'll keep it anyway.
Pickles
Is
is
Gord a
upset. and just
5-year-old?
glares at Gord.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a 5-year-old.
Well, Todd is gonna take his leave of you now. He says, "Well, it's been fun. I'm sad I didn't win a mask too, but hey, there's always next year."
Are you still here?
I was about to go actually.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
been
if you
it's
want
been
a
Sorry
nice.
for interrupting you.
No,
if you want a
problem.
mask, I'm not really wearing
Fine.
this one here, Todd.
No, Phallus, you have to keep it.
I have to keep this one. I do apologize.
You need to keep
Puts
it so
right
it can
back.
trickle down into the rest of the economy. He needs to learn.
You guys have
What
been
is
a lot
Gord
of fun.
Reagan?
Yeah.
Gord Reagan. That sounds amazing.
Like a little bit of dementia, a little
Yeah.
bely bit of like
Early
Napoleon
onset
syndrome.
dementia. Yeah.
Anyways,
I have a picture that I've been looking at when I see it, and it's informing a lot of my actions. It's just a presidential portrait of Ronald Reagan. That's right.
Okay. Sorry, Franco.
I've heard, if it's Reagan, I've heard no murrs from you, which I'm very upset about.
That's Nixon.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Yeah, that's my bad. Reagan, Nixon. They're all the same.
It's okay. We're Canadian. We're allowed to get American presidents mixed up.
Merging together.
Anyway, Todd has just decided to back away. Clearly, things are weird now between you guys. He's just trying to be nice. You can tell that he was just trying to be nice. He just wanted to show you guys around, show you a good time. At this point,
I appreciate the time you spent with us, Todd. I hope to see you again later.
It was fun. I'm gonna go listen to Brother Ander in his yearly speech. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, off you
Bye,
go.
Todd.
Don't mind Gord. He's just a bit hungry. He hasn't had his Snickers yet.
These nuts aren't filling me up as much as I expected.
Do you want the rest of my candy apple? And there's maybe a quarter of it left and no caramel on it. It's just part of an apple on a stick.
Did you lick all the caramel off? No.
She nods aggressively.
Will, Maris, and Gordon, give me just a quick Arcana Soul check.
Sure.
Oh,
I don't believe in magic.
Wait, Arcana Soul, isn't it mine? Is it mine?
You can change. You can change the base, or the GM can change the base rather.
I would like Soul, please.
God damn it!
This always means good things when you have the Arcana Soul.
I'm just trying to figure out what that, because I have
the Perception Soul.
How does that work out then? I guess I just do 2.
You take
because she has she's training and focus in Arcana, and that gives her a 5d6, but that's using mind, I think.
So what's your soul?
2.
So you have 1 training in Arcana?
2 training and 1 focus.
Okay, and your soul again?
So that'd be 4. Then wouldn't it be? 2. So 46. I think I can roll
You're
now.
a way better caster than the wizard that I am right now.
And she doesn't cast any magic.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
You should start looking.
Wizards technically use mind, I suppose. So that's okay. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
All right, was that was Maris's right there? The 6-4-6-6.
But she's got a focus, so the 4 becomes a 5.
Okay.
Oh boy, that's spicy.
3 6s.
Dave, what's your results?
Well, let's find out, Franco. I'm going to roll 2 soul and 1 Arcana. I'm going to throw it, and it's going to be 4, 3, 6.
All right. So Maris first, you kind of you inhale, and because you're able to smell magic in the environment.
She's got a little thing on her nose because she'd be constantly sneezing.
But it's
strong enough that you can smell it through it.
If the magic isn't super strong, she doesn't need to wear it.
It wasn't really that strong to begin with.
Okay, so she took it off.
But now it is. Now it's getting a lot stronger. You've noticed that from before, you could feel a little tickle in your nose, but now it's almost invasive. It's stronger and it smells purple.
So you just kind of hear Maris going,
Grape Crush,
going
and takes out the clothespin again and just do you need this one?
And Dave, you know now you can kind of feel it. You stop in your tracks, and your character. I don't know if Gordon is familiar with all different styles of magic, but he knows this as amethyst.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember which one amethyst is. That's
it's the purple
Shyish magic, isn't it?
It's the one that what's her nuts in Stardew always eats. What's her name?
What?
Okay,
Stardew.
That's all you get from that, though. You just notice that magic is swelling, and it seems to be of the amethyst nature.
If it's purple, it's got to be necromancy.
Which you can share with the rest of the party, or just keep to yourself, if you want.
Oh, we all know what Gord's going to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one is which. I'm getting my realms back and forth.
It's Maris a bit
probably just yelled out it's purple.
It's purple. It's got to be necromancer.
It's a bit deathy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So is that coming from the obelisk?
Nowhere in particular.
Oh, okay.
It's coming from the cologne that Todd was wearing.
It's at this point that you see the crowd is fully formed around the base of the obelisk, and there's a man at the base of it who seems to be facing outward. He seems to be preparing for a speech.
Does he look like an elder? Does he look old?
He does look a bit older. He looks as if people respect him. He looks respected. He's got these deep blue robes on. He seems, to the best of your knowledge, to look as if he's a priest of some form of Sigmar. He looks out across the crowd and he says, "You all know me. You know me as Brother Ander. But tonight we're all equals, as we all remember our loved ones, our friends, our foes equally." He goes on to speak about the night. He speaks about the people who they've lost that year. He speaks about how they persevere. He speaks about the history of the Necroquake. There are hymns sung, people remembered. And finally, he moves on to the ceremony of names. He pulls out a big litany and he begins to go through the names of those who have died this year so that everyone can remember for at least once more. It's pretty standard, actually. It feels as if any other festival of memories you've been to, until he gets to a particular name. He gets to somebody called Ceramus. As you know, the high priest, Ceramus, has died this year. She will be mourned, and we will miss her, for she did so much for us from the colleges, from the university.
So much to us.
Stop it, Ceramus.
She caused the necro
I
earthquake.
think Val just like elbows one of us and just says that. Yeah.
That must be the older man that Todd was talking about. He definitely looks old.
A couple of people seem kind of saddened by this, but somebody near you, just under their breath, is, "Oh, it's about time. 200 years is quite a long time to live, if you ask me."
Oh, that's definitely an older person. Yes.
Oh, she's. You could call her old, yes, or decrepit even.
Ha ha!
Haha.
Gord doesn't know how to laugh.
He's never laughing.
The speech winds down, and people cheer and begin to disperse. And that's when, again, Maris and Dave, you feel a swelling of magics. But before you can do anything...
Wait, do you feel that swelling?
And before you can do anything...
Is it phallus?
Ooh.
Nope.
I'm going to shut the stream down now.
Sorry. Edit that out, Dave.
yeah, okay. On the fly, yeah.
I didn't have any cheese today, so it couldn't be me.
You hear a few screams in the crowd, and people are pointing upward as a swirling or a vortex appears above the fallen spire, directly above Brother Anders.
Yes, this makes sense.
Or
Really?
Brother Andor.
Elaborate, Alice. Please.
This is what happens during the Festival of Memories, if I remember correctly. There's often the swirling of the clouds.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know. Sorry, out of character. I can't tell if we're actually supposed to have remembered this or if Alice is just making
So
shit up.
do you want to? I mean, I don't want it to be spoilers or anything, but this is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Can we share our thoughts on what's happening?
Oh, sure, yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's just a clever thing for us to have this module and Gordon not be canon with the actual regular stuff. So we have this whole like it's a dream kind of vibe, and obviously it's a festival of memory, so we're all here and our memories getting fucked around with, so everything seems normal. But nefarious things are happening, and we all just ate the pomegranate in the underworld. Yay!
Oh man, I love how Murray's hand waving away the entire adventure.
Yeah. Well, guys,
that's what I assumed as well, but like.
Sorry,
but like
guys,
in character,
he got it. I got it. That's it. He's
done. Stream done. Yeah. Thank you for the like 6-7 people in here. We're going. No, but I meant like I feel like in character Phallus would be like, of course, yes. Last time I was here, whether or not.
Yeah, everything just makes absolute sense to him. But the other thing,
for what it's worth, Maris and Gordon, you've both been to Festival of Memories before, and last time you went to one, there was no swirling vortex. This might just be a new thing, maybe an addition, just like I don't know. Anyways, before
budget's been increased.
Yeah, they got the swirling vortex this year. That's new.
Yeah, but what is most strange about this is that things become a little bit doomy. Feels a little bit more doomy than normal.
Wait, what was that sound? It was like,
you can taste it. You can kind of taste it. Like it's a bit doomy, you know.
I got a mouthful of doom looking at that portal. Wonder what's going on.
Are you sure it wasn't the nuts coming back up?
No, I already dealt with that part.
Quite literally, the Doom tracker has risen.
Gone to 20.
You guys are now at 3 Doom.
Oh damn!
It's a little bit doomy. That's it.
Okay.
That's not just a little bit doomy. We went from like 0 to 3.
Hey, you know what? It's a bit doomy. What are you gonna do? It happens sometimes. Weather changes.
What's the maximum we can get to?
That's a good question. What is the maximum we can get to? I believe it's around 10.
Also, can we get a TLDR for the few folks that might not know what Doom is?
Absolutely. I'm about to go into that.
Sorry. I'm not the GM here.
No worries. So it does go up to 10. So Doom in Age of Sigmar Soulbound is a tracker for kind of how bad things are currently. So you measure. It's a measure of how close you are to complete and utter devastation. It's almost like that 5 minutes to midnight clock, if you guys, the apocalypse clock. And right now you are 30% of the way there. At 10, you're basically fucked. Just give up.
Oh,
yep. Well, I mean, so for the audience to understand, like if one of us dies or goes down, that adds a doom.
Yeah.
So basically, we just had the equivalent of 3 characters dying happen right away.
Yeah, basically.
Or it's like when Okri or Maris rolls Forbidden Knowledge and has a bad roll. More Doom. We're at 2 Doom, I think, in our campaign.
Yeah, I see. Actually, I like this. Somebody in chat says cloudy with a chance of doom.
Doom.
Yeah.
Which is what it is. It is cloudy with a chance of doom. Except that chance is 100%. There's definitely doom. But just mechanically, the more doom there is, the more difficult things will be for you guys. It does affect how difficult rolls might be, how difficult enemies are, how many enemies, that sort of thing. Anyways, so this vortex is forming above your guys' head. And this is what you see. You see people, or you see visages start to appear as the vortex kind of takes shape. And as if from thin air or from the buildings around, from the markers, from the spire itself, you see bodies that begin to appear and swirl along with this vortex. As they take more shape, you notice, or you realize what these are. You realize that these are the army of Nagash. This is a chain rasp. You see chain rasp hordes. You see chain rasps. You see dread wardens. You see these ethereal beings holding rusty chains and scythes and hatchets appear and begin to wail.
And you see Phallus standing there just nodding his head.
This is right. This is what a classic demonstration.
Every year this happens with all the ghosts coming down from the sky. Yes.
Maybe not this part exactly. I don't remember that much, but it seems to make sense to me.
And that is when they attack. These ghosts, these ghouls, they drop from the sky and they set upon the crowd there.
How much fall damage do they take?
0. They float. They're pretty floaty.
So the Fire Nation attacks.
And that's it. They attack. Now there's a few things you see all happening at once. First of all, you see Brother Ander on the spire. He is beset upon. They seem to take a special liking to him for some reason. And he begins to try to fend them off.
Now, out of character, when you were talking about Brother Ander before, you said, I don't know if it's a slip of tongue or just the way you'd like to talk, but you say he makes himself look as if he is a priest of Sigmar. So is he actually a priest of Sigmar, or does he just look like he wants people to think he's a priest of Sigmar?
I might have misspoke, but I definitely meant to say he does look like a priest of Sigmar.
If we had studied him, we might have. Yeah, but we're being attacked. Are we going to do that in the middle of being attacked?
You absolutely can.
I'm sorry. Phallus and Gord probably was. Sorry.
I don't think he's actually a priest. Oh, God, my chest.
Now, before we go into any kind of like insight rules, allow me to describe a few more things that are happening all at once here. You see these chain rasps descend upon the crowd. The crowd disperses and screams. They try to get out of this this area, but the only way out are kind of more confined spaces. So as the crowd's trying to get out of this large area, they tend to get stopped or halted at these more confined spaces. They're not only are they just not able to kind of fit through, but they're being attacked at the same time. So it's very hard for them to move through kind of an attacker while trying to escape.
Oh, it's the worst if like the doors open this way and everyone's pushing you. You can't open the door.
You see, it's exactly like that. You see a woman. You see a woman in the crowd, like reaching out over a whole bunch of people, starting to like trample forward to her and pushing her back. She cries out for her child. You see the guards jump into action. They begin to try to cordon people off or try to organize them to get them out of the area. And I think all of you need to make, I want to say perception check because I'm firmly grounded within D&D rules, but I want you all to make a mind
awareness.
Mind awareness. Oh wait, yes, that makes sense. Mind awareness. Who's first?
It's like that Who concert where everyone got trampled.
Who's that? Who just rolled?
I'm rolling right now.
What's that?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to roll next, Till?
Someone roll 4. I had it all working and now it's not. So
okay, I'll roll myself first. So here's Phallus's perception. Oh, actually, surprisingly, somewhat decent.
Okay.
Normally, he doesn't really pay attention. What's your awareness?
3d6.
Okay, here you go. Not as great as mine.
Oh, I'm really glad one of you guys got this at least. So it was I was looking for 2 4s minimum.
I got 2 4s.
Yeah, exactly. So what you do see is everyone panicking, but you also see one person who isn't, and it's very obvious because a lot of people are running and trying to flee, and one person just stands there a little bit more,
you little rat bastard,
in a little bit more awe. It's a female human, and she's dressed, and she is dressed in all black, and she just looks up as if admiring this a little bit, and then she slinks off into the crowd and begins to move away. So, with all of that having happened at the same time, what would you guys like to do?
Do we have to go in initiative order?
Yes, we are. We are in a fight right now.
Maybe.
To be clear, nobody is currently engaging you. You are not being engaged by any enemies.
All right. So,
yeah.
Are we moving in initiative order?
Yes, please. What are your initiatives?
I don't actually have that written down on this new character sheet. What's the
4 for Maris?
Mm-hmm.
I got you underbeat by as a 3 initiative. Phallus is still standing there going, yeah, she's
Maybe Gordon should just be a 5 to make it nice and easy. 3, 4, 5.
A little bit. I'm pretty certain he will be last.
What is your
2? Maris never goes first.
So
it's your if you have high mind, you should have high.
Oh yeah, that's true. So he's got 4 mind, no awareness, and
reflexes,
and 1 reflexes. So I guess 5.
Yeah, 5 sounds right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's just a flat 5. Okay. It's not
all right.
Rounded, not halved or anything.
Nope.
Cool.
I don't believe so. I think you took it a 5. Yeah.
He's a surprisingly speedy boy.
Fantastic, Gordon. What do you feel like doing? You're kind of in a bit of a situation here.
Yeah, I mean,
wicket.
This is the first time I'm playing Gordon. We're learning each other.
Yeah.
So I remember there was one lady that was separated from her kid. One emo kind of looking goth lady going away.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing you had mentioned?
Ander, the best brother Ander.
He's just getting
set
okay.
upon.
What's
the crowds are having trouble moving, so people can't really get out of the square.
Okay. I'm gonna do an arcane bolt. I'm gonna fire it into the crowd that are surrounding Brother Mander. Charmander.
You're a wizard.
And sorry to just address one small thing. So do you remember when I said it got a little bit doomy? It was about around a 3.
Oh no!
This vortex fully forms. You feel like it's gotten a little bit more doomy. You're now at a 9. It is pretty fucking doomy.
What?
No, it's not. Doomy doesn't describe it. The world is ending.
Can I dispel the portal?
The vortex?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Can I do an Arcana mind check?
Yes.
Okay, I will do that to start.
Sure. We'll do that as a free. You don't have to spend a
use my mind. 6.
Not bad.
Okay, so in my mind, I saw this as being 3 4s to figure out. I see 2 successes here. Can you turn one of those into a 4? Those 3s into a 4?
No focus.
Okay, I don't have a focus. Yeah.
But I do think that Gordon has some idea of what's going on, and he feels like he's not strong enough to handle this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he doesn't even understand it, so yeah, of course.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a Mystic Shield.
Okay.
I'm going to cast that on.
Are we playing just Warhammer now?
Yeah, it's exactly pretty much what it is.
Put those on some skinks.
I'm going to put that on the dude at the front whose name I know.
Yeah,
but I don't need to restate it because...
Yeah, of course. Andor. It's in your head. You don't have to say it.
Priest Andor?
What I'm going to do...
Even.
Oh, brother.
Older.
I'm going to cast Mystic Shield. It is a target. Is he range medium where I am right now?
Yes, he is.
Okay, cool.
You guys aren't super close, but you could move to him if you spent a couple of actions running.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to put a Mystic Shield on him. DN is 5-1, and if I succeed, his defense will increase by 1 step until the start of my next turn. And if I get more successes than 5-1, apologies if the fireworks outside are audible. It's getting close to Halloween.
It's spooky, even here. Especially spooky with these ghosts.
So this is my first time. One of the reasons, because normally I'm DMing stuff, but I really wanted to actually figure out the magic system. I think I understand it. So I'm rolling 66 because he's got 2 channeling, 4 mind. I'm throwing it. What do I got? Do I get any? Ooh,
so many dice.
Oh wow,
oh, man! 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1.
Does that mean you win something?
Actually, this is the funny thing. If you don't cast a spell properly, bad things happen.
Oh no!
Let me just go up
and we're at 10 doom.
Magic is very chaotic. It's hard to control.
Gord explodes.
He may well. If you fail a channeling test, which I just did, roll on the table below. The amount of d6s rolled is the equivalent to the difference in the complexity of the spell and the number of successes on your channeling test. For example, if you fail to roll a DN6-1 and get 0 successes, you roll 1d6. Okay, so I'm just rolling 1 dice. So this isn't too bad for me, he said before he was blown up. And let's see what we get. I get a 1. Okay, I suffer 1d6 damage. And I'll just do that right now.
Just add that to that ongoing total.
Oh, jeez. So he tries with all of his arcane might to protect this guy up on the stage, and instead he his blood starts boiling, and he just ow, my body, and he takes 5 damage minus
oh dear
armor. Yeah.
I kind of like the idea that maybe he goes to cast it and it blows up in his face and his other sleeve catches fire.
Yeah.
I like to think that whatever he ate just kind of starts didn't sit well in his stomach.
The nuts are coming back up.
Yeah. Okay, well then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a metal.
Okay.
Can I cast again on a metal?
It's another action.
I don't see why not. It's just an action, right?
It's an action.
I don't have the list in front of me.
Unless your casting is like a full turn action, which would be like a move plus a regular action. Metal is just another action. So if you just another action, you can do it.
I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, nothing up this sleeve. Nothing up that sleeve.
He's just got this. He's basically got a muscle shirt because it's all ripped on the edges now, and he's got these really long, kind of spindly arms. All right, let's see what happens.
Hulk Hogan comes by.
I need at least a 5. Okay, cool. So I get 2 6s, a 5. I do have a focus, but not enough to bring it up to another 5. So brother man is gonna get his defense increased by 1 for the next 3 turns.
Perfect. That'll probably be quite helpful.
I like that you became Hulk Hogan and you just started talking to Brother Anders.
Oh yeah.
I got you, brother.
No, that's Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm a fraud. Yeah. Anyways, that's his turn.
Fantastic. Let's go with Maris next. What would you like to do? Would you like to try to help Gordon in his endeavor to save Andor? Would you like to just run, hide? What are you feeling?
Okay, so just a quick recap. Gordon did a semi-unsuccessful spell.
No, he did a very unsuccessful
spell. I would say
spell.
it was very unsuccessful.
And then a pretty successful one
afterwards. And then a pretty one.
Yeah.
And there was some chicken robes that ran away. And the spirits descending.
Yes.
And there's all the red shirts are getting attacked as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
The guards,
as they're wont to do.
As is their role in life. Yeah.
So if I didn't say this before, Maris has all of her clothes and armor and weapons. Just to be clear for the G.
Look, I'm not vindictive like Dave. You have what you have.
Just so you're aware. She's just gonna
has a hunting horn.
Pull out her gun and start shooting at brother. No, not at the priest.
You give him armor, I'm gonna take it away.
Finish the job.
So wait. What? Sorry. Whatever is trying to attack Brother Arden?
Pretty close. Who cares now at this point? Who cares? I just said it so many times that it doesn't even mean anything now.
So she's gonna pull out her pistol and shoot whatever's trying to attack Brother Andor.
You knew it the whole time? You're just fucking with me?
I had to go through.
I got it. Okay.
It was steps upon steps, and I eventually got there.
Brother Andor. Yeah.
Brother Andor. And I need someone to roll me a 3D. Well, wait. Yes? What do I have to roll first? Dice pool. 3D6.
3D6.
On the board.
Yeah. Shooting with a pistol.
Oh, man. I should roll for you all the time.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I believe that's 3 damage. And sorry, you're aiming at
whatever was attacking Brother Andor.
Okay. So let's establish that as well. So you see attacking Brother Andor is a very large, gruesome specter. Oftentimes these things, are the shades of a notorious villain or a mass murderer, just general bad people. They're taken and warped, their souls in the realm of Shyish by Nagash. So in front of you is a Lord Executioner.
That sounds good.
It is draped.
That's big. Yeah,
it's big. I want to just make something clear here. I feel like the characters that we have right now are not, I'll say, leveled up enough to handle what this throws at them. But
Maris is shooting a fucking ghost. I just realized. So like the regular old pistol, and we have one magic user in the group. So we fucked.
Oh man, Phallus doesn't do ghosts.
So you're shooting at this big boy ghost. I assume, and he is surrounded by. It is 6 other slightly smaller, but also scary, spooky ghosts. This one has it's draped in tattered robes and has a giant axe in its hands, and everything is rusty. It's just a rusty mess. It's not kept its weapons up to snuff. It could do better. Basically, it could use a polish.
But he was a shot.
No, he may need one after you shoot him here. So you take a shot at him, and he has good defense, but I see 2 6s, so that works. You'll be doing 3 damage, and you see your bullet fly out of the muzzle of your gun, and it hits him. You know it hits him. You can see the bullet almost like slow down a bit as it passes through him, but it passes right through. You feel as if for shooting it with a gun, it didn't do as much as you were hoping.
Yeah, no shit. I'm like, Maris is gonna take out her pistol and shoot it, and I had a moment after like the roll. I was like, oh no.
Although, if your goal was to save Anders, you may have done that. Because
oh no.
Doom goes down 5?
No.
Not yet, that's for sure. Because he's pissed at you now. And not like just you guys, like you in particular, Maris.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
But I was trying to save him.
So you just shot once. You've got, I guess, a movement and another medal maybe to spend. Would you like to do anything else before I kill you?
Is there anything that she could like hide behind?
People.
Phallus?
Hide behind Phallus. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He's there.
It's just gonna sneak under the robe. It's just like
she's just gonna like take like 2 steps, like not directly behind Phallus, but just like slightly, like just behind his shoulder, peeking around him. That's my move action.
Perfect.
I'm holding on to that medal. I might need it later.
Can you use it later? Yeah, I guess you can.
You can, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you cede your turn to Murray. Phallus, go for it.
All right. So I guess like mechanics wise, I don't understand the slowing of the bullet stuff. Like, does it hint that you could do damage, but it's just dampened, or is that something?
I'm not an idiot. I've done this once or twice before. I'm not telling you. You figure it out.
Okay. Well, maybe. Do I need to do a knowledge roll?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. We're not.
you don't just get that information for free. You think? What do you think? I'm just handing this out?
Hey, DM, how do I deal with this situation?
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, how do I roleplay?
So I didn't really get what you're trying to go for there. Like, could you tell me mechanically what's going on?
Don't be mean.
Didn't start the stream. This is like, I've never met you before.
Murray's like,
Murray fucking quits Questward. That's too many.
I'll find a way to get you. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to be mean. That was just
knowledge roll. What I roll.
I would love to have a mind, and I believe it's not going to be beast handling, my friend. We're going to go for. I think intuition makes a lot of sense here.
Okay, intuition.
Yeah. Unless you feel like maybe nature makes more sense to you.
I prefer intuition.
All right, that works for me.
Watch as I fail. Oh, I got a 6, and I have a focus to bump it to a 3. I don't know if 3 matters.
Fantastic. I was going to go for a 41. Yeah, that's right. I got to get this right at some point. So yeah, you get it. The bullet isn't gaining purchase. It seems as if these creatures are ethereal and a regular weapon doesn't seem to deal any.
So big fat 0 damage then.
Oh,
No,
wow.
it doesn't seem to deal as much damage to them.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Well, you're done it now, Miss Mary. I hate ghost. Is
Who
there
likes
okay?
ghosts?
I want to have an understanding of like the scene around us. So this big bad ghost guy, he's a medium. He's like 1 zone away from us. Yes.
Yes.
And then is there other things around him other than the brother
so in his
Ander?
immediate, like, let me set the stage a little bit. You guys have ghosts everywhere. Like, you have green specters flying around your heads. There's people running around, there's screaming, there's chaos. But within this chaos, there are some specific things happening. And around Brother Ander in particular is this large Lord Executioner, as well as 6 more smaller ghosts that you know to be chain rasps.
All right. Okay, let's just focus on this guy. Gord, is that shield strong?
It'll help. Yeah.
All right. So Fowles will pull out his very well-used repeater handbow, and in his other hand, he has another handbow that's just like red-hewn wood, has nice green and silver inlay. But the one that looks well-worn, he's got in his right hand. He's going to aim that one at the big bad guy. Well, actually, yeah, I'm going to aim at the big bad guy, and I'm going to fire a shot at him.
The big boy.
Big boy. And B. Oops, I'm throwing 0 dice. I want more than 0 dice. I want to throw this many dice. I have 3 focus to spend. You said he has good defense.
He has good defense, yes.
My attack accuracy is good, so I need 4s.
4s, I believe.
Okay, so let me see. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. And he's a
5
normal
successes.
size, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just counting the screen, right? Is that wrong?
So I need 4s, right? I have 3 focus, so I'll bump a 3 into a 4.
Oh, you have 3 focus.
And I'll bump a 2 into a 4.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, that's 5 plus 1 from the damage of the weapon, right?
No, my weapons do 0 bonus damage.
All right. Fair enough.
And then he's not a big guy, right? He's a little guy. He's a normal guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I shoot him with that.
Sorry, he's not a big guy. He's a normal guy. I thought you were talking about
normal
Phallus.
size. Normal size.
Are you? Oh, I see. The size of him.
Mhm.
Actually, that's a good question. Is he like an overly large? I think he's a normal sized enemy, but let's just do a quick little double check. He's definitely bigger than normal. Yeah, he's medium.
Okay. So yeah, I shoot him with that. Now the fun begins. All creatures within close range will take half damage, so we kind of have to know how much damage he gets.
Oh yeah, totally. So this is the spread attack. Something
Yes.
like that, or?
So first he takes his normal damage, whatever that is, and then all creatures in close range of him will take half. If their defense is better than good, they can do a reflex save. Otherwise, they just take half damage.
All right. Well, I don't think that their defense is better than good. Let's have a quick.
So the one guy's Norman on the stage there. His defense is increased by 1 level, so potentially.
All
the one that you put your magic shield on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's why.
Because technically,
Yeah, I
yeah,
know,
this will
gotcha,
hit him too. Yeah. Okay. So he.
And then I murdered him.
All right. Well.
Time to retire, old.
So basically, Franco, if his defense is normally good,
Yes.
then it would go up to great, and then you'd have to do the save like Murray was mentioning. But if he's basically anywhere below good, nothing happens. He just takes the damage.
Yes. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this, and no.
Oh, you can change it like that. I didn't know.
Okay. Yeah, he takes no damage.
No,
but
that
the rest
he won't
of them
take. It's not that he won't take no damage.
He will be taking no damage. Yeah. He allow me. So, Phallus, you shoot your crossbow. It repeats over and over again. The arrows fly forward, many of them striking this executioner, but many more striking the horde of chain rasps around him. The executioner, you said it was 5 success?
5 successes.
Okay. He looks rough. He looks very rough.
Oh.
So I mean, I know you probably don't want to tell how much damage he does. So he would just take the normal damage, and then all the other stuff will take half of that damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And the rest of the chain rasps, they take an indeterminate amount of damage, but you can tell that they are hurt.
Like, these are the good ghosts. If we can shoot them, we can kill them.
They're not like those ghosts that are unshootable, which I hate the most.
I definitely hate those and magic. No offense, Gord.
All right. Yeah, no, that's cool. Literally,
it's okay.
He just you.
And with that said, the rest of the world proceeds around you. You see.
I have metal, right?
Oh, I apologize.
Maybe
I jumped ahead of you.
I will use my metal to seize the initiative and take my turn again.
Hell yeah. Go. I mean, do it, yeah.
Freaking let's
more
fire.
Bullets.
More bullets.
Fire away.
Fire it away. Let's do it again. But a bit of brap. Oh, this is not looking as sexy.
Is he firing an automatic weapon?
Brap, brap.
Yeah. And you also said you have a whole bunch of focus too, so you can do something about this.
Yeah, so I have 3. It bumps it up to a 4 in total.
Who are you shooting at as your primary?
Same guy. Executioner.
Okay. So you are looking for 4s. And if I read this right, it looks like you're going to get 4 out of this?
Yep.
Okay. Fantastic. So Murray, Phallus just goes hog wild with his crossbows. They are going like they're repeater weapons, like machine guns.
I started blasting.
And you just start blasting. This giant executioner, he's taken a little bit of damage before, but now there's just so many arrows passing through him that he can't ignore them. You can see holes actually starting to form in his ethereal body instead of prior when it was just passing through. And with that, you kind of see this hulking beast just fall back over and hit the ground, but he doesn't actually hit the ground. It's kind of more of like a soft, yeah. He just floats to the ground. Yeah,
he floats to the ground,
and he disperses into as parts of his being kind of float up into the sky, and get reabsorbed within this vortex.
Sweet. And the rasps.
And the rasps, they do take more damage. It was, I think, a total of 4 this time. So okay, good. The rasps are looking kind of hurt. They're not doing so great. But they're still a bit spry. I mean, for dead guys. And is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Oh yeah, I still have because this is a new turn. I have another medal.
Oh, you get a full new turn. I thought you were using a medal to do a thing.
So no, so my first turn, I did my shot. Then I used the medal to do an action called Seize the Initiative, which puts me at the top of the initiative order. And I was assuming I was the end of the initiative order.
No.
Okay, so you can forget I did this, and we can come back to the top of the initiative order afterwards. Then, or we could just say that I used this as my second shot and did not seize the initiative at all.
Well,
your choice.
Yeah. Oh, well, you do have a second shot, right?
Well, we can just say this was the second shot, and then just say I did not seize the initiative at all.
That works for me. With that said, you know what happens. You see around you, the crowd is still trying to exit the square that they've been partying in for lack of a better word. It was more of a remembrance, but I digress. There are some guards in the area, and they are indeed trying to fend off the ghosts, but they are not doing a good job of it. But with the help that you've been giving him, Brother Andor looks up and he sees his saviors, the people around him that actually care for him, and it's you guys. He gives you a strong nod, and you see him, even though he is beset by chain rasps and ghosts. He begins to kneel, and it looks like he's praying. You get the idea that what he's doing is not. He hasn't given up. There is a reason for this.
I'm going to shoot Brother Andor.
Okay.
That's why he was angry at me. No, sorry, it's not my initiative yet. Sorry, I'm not jumping out of turn.
Yeah, I'm just used to being the last person to act in every round, so.
So just to be clear,
yes.
Mara shot at the ghost. Brother Anders looks pissed.
No, the ghost looked pissed.
I thought he said Brother Andor looked angry that I did it.
No,
I got
the executioner looked
Never
pissed.
mind. The executioner did. Sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's not Brother Andor. I won't shoot him.
I hate
the priest. Brother Andor, so I was like, oh my god, it's him. It's his fault.
The clergy is a lie. Get them.
I'm glad I cleared that up before my turn because that would have been.
Sorry.
Just trying to
shoot the priest. Okay, makes sense to me.
I was totally gonna do that too.
I was trying to figure out what you're trying to do there.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Phallus would just be makes sense to me.
Yep. So there are 6 chain rasps around him right now, and they see that you've beaten up their older brother, but they seem. Even though like you're a real pain in the ass, they seem to really want this guy dead. So these 6 chain rasps begin to go to ham on this guy. They strike him with their the rusty cleavers and beat him with their ragged chains.
Oh, we know a few things about going ham. Me and Dillington have inside jokes too.
It's our gaming group. It's called Going Ham.
Okay, I'm sitting here like, what does this mean?
Yeah. We went from duck soup to going ham. There's like a weird food thing.
The food thing, got it.
Yeah.
So while not dead, Brother Ander looks pretty roughed up. They didn't spare any expense at all on their chains. They're good quality beaten chains.
Okay.
It's not your Home Depot chains.
Around you are still a few things happening. You've got people who are unable to make it out of the square. There's children screaming, and you can't quite tell where that one hooded figure decided to move off to.
To be fair, only Maris knows about this hooded figure, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you're the one that saw it. Unless you felt like it was important enough to tell other people, but shouldn't be a big deal.
No, she's just hiding behind Phallus right now.
It looks like the militia in the square is losing quite handily. There's just too much to handle here. There's too much chaos, and it's hard to get purchase or traction in this fight. So you are seeing the city militia dropping. There's a woman in the back. It's this dwarven woman. And she's yelling orders to the militia, but in fighting her hardest, but they seem to be driven back. It's back to the top of the turn order. So Mr. Gordon.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do. How many around Priestman? How many chain rasps are we talking?
Around Priestman? John Priestman?
Priestman, yeah.
There are 6 still, but 6? They are all acting as a group. Mechanically, they're a horde, and they look pretty roughed up. I mean, they're dead, so they don't look great on a good day, but like today, pretty bad.
Dead tired. Yeah, I got you. Okay, well, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an arcane bolt, as wizards are wont to do. I'm going to blast that chain raspy horde.
Generic bolt.
Yeah.
Is that this version of a magic missile?
It is.
Oh, it's more like a lightning bolt, I think.
Bolt.
Yeah. President's
Choice
Choice
bolt. Ring to it. Yeah.
President's Choice.
President's Choice for the non-Canadians out there is a no-name brand.
I got to go stock up on my bolts, and President's Choice is my choice.
#ad.
I'm throwing beams of magic at ghosts. Don't rob this from me. Okay, so arcane bolt is on 4-1. I got
you did get it.
1, 2, 3. I have one focus or 2 focus. I have 1 focus to bump it up again. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Looks like 4 to me.
So it's going to be 4 damage total. Brap.
Fantastic.
He says out loud as he fires light out of his hands.
Hey, that's my sound.
Why does everyone have automatic weapons?
This bolt of lightning?
No.
Okay.
Bolt of arcaning.
This
Just
bolt of
one
light
bolt.
bursts from your hand, hits the first ghost, ricochets to the next, does a cool kind of like ching 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 ching.
It draws Gordon's initials.
Yeah.
GDTE.
Yeah.
And these ghosts are stricken. It overwhelms them. They burst into pieces of ethereal mass.
Ghost.
And right now, Brother Ander looks like he's bad. He's seen better days, but he doesn't seem to be in immediate danger anymore.
Oh.
And things feel a lot less doomy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what I'm also going to do, actually, so Maris didn't tell us about Running Lady, right?
Not yet.
She did not know.
Not Edge Lady.
Soon.
I think speaking is a free action. You could do that out of turn, just as a heads up, but it's up to you.
Just
so
if you wanted to.
So
I don't work, go ahead and do
Maris,
your thing.
Maris seeing that priest man Bob is okay, not brother.
BA.
Fuck, I forgot his name.
He's probably fine.
So-
He's like a
Say
throwaway
so.
character, and
Yeah.
Brother Ander.
And or, whatever.
Yeah. I think it's very important. I think it's very important to say one thing. He's not just Brother Andor. He's the best Brother Andor.
Best,
Elder and or
best
brother.
forever, Ander. Okay.
What were you gonna say, Dylan?
So Maris, like, shit's kind of calming down. She's still got her pistol out, and she just kind of pipes up and goes, Mr. Everlasting, fellas, there was some sketchy-looking chick in a coat that ran away when this started, and I think maybe we should go follow her.
Can I do an awareness to see if I? Oh, this is gonna not be very good. Can I see her at all? The running lady.
At this point, no.
She's gone, Jim.
I'm gonna do a movement in the direction where that person had gone, and then can I see her if I just move in the direction?
Hit me with an awareness.
Okay.
It is a 4d4. Can you do that?
4/4. Wow.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I'll have to get all 4s or more. I'm rolling. I did not do it.
As far as you can tell, all traces of her are gone.
Okay. I subtly blame myself, but in the
And vocally
more
blame
immediate time. Yeah, that's right. I internalize the pain, but externalize team strife. Okay, so in that case, I think what I'm going to do. So you said all of those the guards folk. Actually, am I in their space now? Am I in their zone? Where the militia were?
I mean, yes, you're in the zone, but like everything, the zone, this is all their zone. Like they're all over the place.
Oh, awesome. That's great. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to do a healing glow, which is, and I'm going to target the zone that I'm in.
Now that's very selfless of you. Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, I'm also healing myself. In fact, I'm probably hurt more than that. In fact, let me check. You and allies in your zone. Yeah. Recover 1 toughness. And so for every success, it's 1. So,
makes sense.
Mr. Light Wizard of Hish is going to roll 66.
And have it blow up in his face as he tries to heal.
Almost, actually. Yeah, because it's a 5/1.
Healing Nova.
Yeah. So he kind of like, I picture it as like he waves his like big candlestick staff around, and he like kind of like holds up a hand, and like it's just kind of like a like sort of like magical aura that kind of like whips out, and everyone's like skinned knees heal over, and like minor cuts like become like slightly
reopen.
less bleedy.
Some old scabs slough off. Yeah.
So everyone in this, all my allies in the zone, heal 1 toughness.
Okay.
And Todd randomly gets a tiny rash.
Yeah.
Noted.
Fucking Todd.
Noted.
This is not like channel positive where like you hurt the undead in the area too.
Well, this is a direct heal. Let me see. I'm looking for healing glow. No, it's not like turn undead or anything like that. It's just
there's like a soldier next to you, and he's fallen over, and he's got a bad skin knee, and he's sitting there like kind of holding it.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
and this spell goes off,
and then
it hurts slightly less, and he looks over at you,
and I lean over and like Gordon kind of like makes eye contact and looks down at the knee and just. It'll be okay. And then he stands back up.
Can you just kiss the knee? What the fuck is this?
Hey,
person,
knees are half up here and half actually on the body. So he's healing people's souls as well.
So he essentially got the dude from Family Guy holding his knee and like complaining, and the old but young wizard kissing it better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he looks like he looks off foot for a second there. He's like, what the heck? But it feels really good. And he's like, yeah, thanks, dude. And then he
leans back over and goes, "Don't worry about it." And then he stands back up.
He now has a weird fetish.
Yeah.
I also have to say, there's someone in this channel named Feet. So hi, Feet. Speaking of weird fetishes,
yeah.
Weird.
Onward.
Right there.
This soldier runs back into the fray. He feels reinvigorated after having his boo-boos kissed.
God damn it!
Immediately.
Yeah, we're heroes over here.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. I don't know what happened, but it was great.
Dave, anything else you'd like to do with your turn there?
No, that was my medal and my move. So yeah, I am all done.
Okay, sounds good.
Magic.
Dylan, you want to roll?
I'm rolling for chasing after the lady.
Whatever you want to do, you can roll for many different things. I just said roll as a kind of a figurative thing.
So I guess if so again, if no one's listening to Maris, she's gonna yell again. All right, come on, let's go! Like she's gonna get shrill.
Okay,
we're talking shrill. And assuming she's not even gonna wait for people. She's gonna try to follow this lady. Okay. I don't know if you need me to roll an awareness or.
Well, Gordon right now he's a bit busy kissing boo-boos. You just wanna move like towards where you last saw this person. Try to like find them, I assume.
Yeah, and like Maris is like, come on guys, we're going this way, and she's pointing. She's trying to at least make it very clear where she's going, so like if she gets lost in like the bodies. All
right, so you move towards where you last saw this person, and as you get closer you see that the exits to this area are completely blocked off. Right now there is chaos. You can tell that people could evacuate this square if they did it orderly. But there is none of that right now. They're trampling. It's like Black Friday right now. But you do not see this character that you're looking for.
I'm going to use my diplomat skill
to
create order.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know how, advantaged, so diplomat, advantage to pose tests when resolving conflict or gauging moods or intentions or lies, respected, and people are cordial to me. So I feel like that would be resolving conflict.
You're getting them to maintain a queue, yeah.
Yeah, essentially I want them to be proper,
form a line, people.
Right. Yeah. So before you go ahead and do that, you can now see why they can't get out. It's because each of the exits are guarded by chain rasps. There's a horde of them in each of the 3 exits out of this area.
Nice.
What do they look like?
They're ghostly. They're the same things that you killed.
There's a ghost that shakes the chains.
They've got like these chains in their hands. Some of them have little lanterns.
The Home Depot chains.
Yeah.
No, they're good chains. They're good beating chains. They're not
good beating chains. Yeah.
Like kind of like your classic cloth ghost with a skull face usually.
Yeah.
With, rusty weapons and stuff.
Would you guys care for a picture?
Yeah, throw it up. Yeah. You throw it up over the dice?
Yeah, I can. You know what I can do, actually? I'm going to show you guys. Let's go for a picture of the miniatures, because that's some fun. And then let's also do a picture of a more artistic rendering. find one that is. Let's start with this. So let me just share this right. Oops.
You did it.
There we go. Have a look at those bad boys.
I'm waiting.
I think you're.
Oops, I got to do one more thing. There we go.
Oh,
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Let me make my screen bigger.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't display so large for you
Yeah,
guys.
they're like the ghostly Power Rangers.
I
What?
swear,
They,
Murray,
they just stand there and with the formation, and they've got different weapons. They could probably combine it into some super weapon.
This is like when you tried to make me understand what putties were, and I just didn't understand.
A putty?
God,
are you-
What's a putty?
Oh.
It's
Like
a
silly putty?
monster.
No.
Oh, I know what that is.
They're the
It's
monsters
The bad
from
guys
Putty,
in the
yeah.
Power
What's
Rangers.
that?
Yeah.
So Maris
Yeah.
is gonna take out her pistol and shoot them all.
Okay.
Okay.
And
let
let
you
me
reach.
describe to you a little bit more mechanically what's going on here. There are 3 different exits. You guys can't defeat them because every time that they're killed or dispersed, another one takes their place. You know this because you can see the militia valiantly trying to fight them off. But what you can do is you can buy these people time to escape. And you can do that by engaging them. 2 people can hold all 3 exits by defending them each turn. All you have to do is engage them and draw their attention.
So we just
Cool.
need 2 people
So-
there.
A minimum of 2 people, yes. You can do better with more.
I'm speaking as free action. Maris is going to. Well, Gord's gone now, so she can't.
He's literally gone. He's not even on the screen.
He's
right now.
literally gone.
Yeah.
But we'll pretend Gord is there.
Yeah.
And to Gordon, and Phallus, she's gonna like let them know, like, you know, explain, hey, here's an exit. Need help getting this weird, witchy, ghosty chain dude off of it. Come help me, essentially. I'm not gonna spiel that all out, but she's reiterating this to them.
Perfect. Gordon seems to be amicable.
He lit himself on fire again. Who knows? So after that, she's gonna move. How many zones? Like, is it in the same zone from where where the rest of the party is?
You can get there in a move action.
Okay. I probably didn't hear that, Dave, but essentially Maris reiterated that, hey, come help. We're gonna go after. She's picking. Sorry, how many exits were there? 3?
There are 3.
She's gonna take the one on the left, whatever's closest, actually.
Perfect. So what you guys will actually have to do is move between them during your turns to kind of keep their attention.
Oh, I was just gonna go do for one and funnel people through one of them, but I guess all 3 would probably make more sense.
Right. So you can have varying degrees of success, but if you can in fact cover all 3 of them with only 2 people, and then Murray, Phallus could potentially help hold one as well. There's 3 of you. There's 3 exits.
Okay, Maris is going to say, I'm going for the left, Phallus go for the middle, Gord go for the right, and she's going to start shooting at the chain baddie on the left.
Perfect.
Can someone roll I believe it's a 3d6. Let me double check. Yeah, 3d6 for me.
3d6, yes ma'am.
On the board.
All right, what are we rocking? 3d6. So we're looking at 3 damage here.
Yeah.
Because +1 from your pistola. Fantastic. You have angered them.
Pew, pew,
You've
pew.
angered them greatly.
Pew, pew,
They're
pew, pew,
pissed.
pew, pew. And she
luck,
literally
don't die.
makes that sound while she's shooting them. Pew, pew.
They've gone from beating innocent bystanders
Militiamen.
to moving
Beating
over
me.
to yeah. You know what? It's what you
how it
wanted.
goes.
It's what you
Yeah.
wanted. So yeah, and with this, people are not more organized, but they're able to escape. And you see the crowd in this area slowly starting to make their way out.
Maris is like, come on, hurry up. Drop that candy apple. Just go. Hurry up.
You see Todd in the middle of them, and he's just eating his candy apple. He's like,
But player me is like, Todd can die because he's really weird as fuck, and it's probably Todd doing all of this.
Oh, poor Todd. He just wanted to help.
Great job making Todd really weird.
Yeah, Todd thinks that you're pretty weird too, huh?
Fair. I mean, I don't know about the Gord dude. I just met him, but I know
Todd
him.
is really short, so I don't know how to deal with that.
Children, yeah. Yeah. Emotionally, I don't know how to deal with it being so small.
Dylan, you I believe you used a movement and an action. Would you like to use something else before you end your turn?
I want to use. So I was going to use a medal to use one of my talents, but how close is Phallus? So, like,
I'm the zone that you just left, I guess.
You guys are in the same zone. Like this,
are we?
Okay.
Yeah, this is most of it is a medium zone. You don't or medium distance. Short is like. No, you guys are in the same zone.
I haven't moved yet. I thought Maris moved the zone over.
Oh,
I was starting to move closer. So
okay, got it. Yeah.
So how
far? He's one zone away.
So how far is zone? So like essentially, like, well, Phallus was already. Can Phallus shoot the middle dude, chain dude, from where he is?
The middle.
If it's a medium distance, I can.
Oh, you mean I see. You're talking about like a middle pathway.
Yeah, so like she was taking the left, Phallus was going to take the center. I think Gord was going to take the right. Essentially, she's going to use I was going to use a medal to take her tactician trait and like scream at Phallus to shoot the dude in the middle.
I believe that he make the shot. You have
We'll do that.
Medium or long range, right?
I have a medium range weapon. I can shoot long range. I'll just take a penalty.
All right. Let's. If you'd like to shoot, then you'll have to take a penalty, I think.
Okay. I have no idea what this penalty is.
Plus, there's a group of there's like a crowd in the area, and just to be clear, there's not just like a single dude in each of these little
it's a horde
exits. There are literally like 6 or 7 per street.
Yeah,
they're all
I think the penalty is that their defense goes up 1 step. Is that correct, Dave?
Sorry, which part of it?
If I'm shooting one level beyond my.
Yeah, I don't remember. I can see if I can find it here.
I think it increases their defense.
Well, with your roll, you're going to get 3d6 additional. So, because tactician. Thank you for making the suggestion of having Maris be kind of like a bard there, Murray, because I'm loving it.
Well, I mean, you got the diplomatic stuff going on, and you've got the candy addiction. Apparently, that's totally a bard trait.
I completely not off topic, but on topic. I really appreciated when Dave was like, and you came back to Torlin and the cake had like a chunk out of it.
Yep. And I'm like,
so good continuity.
Yeah.
So Murray, to answer your question, attacking a target 1 range beyond your weapon's range decreases your accuracy by 1 step. Attacking a target 2 range beyond your range decreases your accuracy by 2 steps.
Okay, so it's equivalent of their defense going up.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Maris won't know this, so we're going to go ahead. So Maris, using a medal, by the way, so I now have 0 medal. Maris turns, like, just whips her head around and stares back at Phallus. Her mask goes flying off, and she just yells, "Phallus, shoot the one in the middle! You do the thing with your bullets! Now!
Right on, Miss Mary."
And you get 3D to roll.
All right. So quick question for Franco. If I shoot spread in there, will I hit friendlies?
Yes.
Okay. I will not shoot spread. I will use my lovely new handbow, which I have named Ekram's Justice.
Wow.
Good name.
Yeah,
I like that.
And then, so I normally roll 7. I get 3 more. So
fantastic. And by the way, you were against average defense.
I'm against average defense. My attack is normally good, so I'm average. So I'm looking at 6s now. Oh, so not 6s. I'm looking at 4s. Sorry.
Right?
Yeah, 4s.
Yeah. It took me a second to do the math in my head too. All right, what do we got here? Holy shit! Okay,
we've got 9 successes.
Yeah, that's just like everything, right? You add your 3 focus to that, right?
Yeah, except for everything except for the 1.
4s across the board, right?
Everything except for the 1.
4. Oh, I see, because the 2. Yeah. All right, 9. That's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed. So With a single
They all
bolt,
die.
With a single bolt, it goes. They somehow like the planets align and the horde just forms a perfectly. It's like that scene in Indiana Jones where the guy he just shoots one bullet and all the Nazis fell over.
So here's what I see. You line up a shot. You take your crossbow and you load it with your best arrow, your best bolt, and you slap it in there. It's perfectly balanced. You took care of that last night. You know this thing flies true.
I feel like Revolver Ocelot.
And you line it up. You wait for your perfect shot, and you fire, and it flies through like 4 or 5 of the 6 that are there, creating a divot within their bodies. You don't see like their bodies separating, but you do see like you've warped them with this shot. And the bolt pierces right through them all and flies off back down the alleyway into the street.
Look
up there.
One magic bolt.
And you just hear, "Oh, my ass!"
4.
Sorry, Todd.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of successes.
Good shot there, Phallus.
Let me just do a quick little bit of math here. 9 successes.
That's right, sir.
Okay, they are. You can tell that these chain rasps are like ready to disperse.
Cool.
So I think it just goes to your. Yeah,
because he's got the repeater in his right hand. I called it out earlier. Yeah.
I think that it actually just goes to your turn now because Maris had used an ability to let you do that.
It's true. It's true. With my move action, I will move until I no longer get a penalty.
Okay, perfect. You move into a medium range of them.
Yeah. I'm guessing I'm thinking I'm just gonna take a shot through the middle one, finish those guys off, and then use my metal to take a shot.
Perfect.
On
Okay.
the other one. All right. I don't get this amazing bonus anymore.
Sorry.
No worries.
Not until next attack. No,
So
next.
this is to the middle.
All right. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 natural successes.
4, yeah, and then bumps up to a 5.
Perfect. And +1 for your no. I've got that wrong before. No +1 because of the
just
so
pure
5, and that's to the center horde. Yeah, you take a few extra shots at them, and they start to drop and disperse.
Swell. And then I'll use my metal.
Yeah, Phallus is like, yeah, it's what I expected.
This is what I'm made for. This is what I'm here for. Don't
You
worry,
messed
I'm
them
a
up.
professional. Everybody get down, cover your heads.
I'm a professional, everybody.
Yeah, I'm a professional. Don't
I
worry.
do this for a living.
Yeah, did you see a guy who's just kind of like, okay.
I imagine he's kind of walking like steadily and going,
yeah,
as like
But
things
this-
fly down near him.
So he has a crossbow, repeater crossbow, and a pistol.
No, I got a repeater handbow and another handbow and a regular
Gotcha.
handbow.
So no bullets; they're just bolts or
Yeah,
arrows.
I don't know why it's a handbow, but they all do like the same amount of damage. And for whatever reason, due to like reload mechanisms in the game, I don't ever have to reload, even though I'm just like,
Yeah, there's just throwing them away as you go, right?
That is a bit weird. I do find it weird that you never have to reload. You never have to worry about ammo.
You know what,
There's
though?
no
feels
such
very
thing as
powerful.
ammo.
You know what though? With like my cloak and everything, I'm like Reaper from like Overwatch, and just like throw the guns away, pull up 2 new ones.
I like the
That is
idea
pretty
that you would
fun,
like
yeah.
open up your cloak or something, and it would just be like lined with arrows or bolts. I guess would be more.
That's so
correct.
wasteful.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is that I started with 2 weapons, and then I got another weapon in spoiler alert, recent adventures, and I've been planning to craft a 4th one. So eventually, I don't know, my guy's just gonna have like endless weapons that he just pull out from his like giant cloak.
Yeah.
He's a little bit silly.
Would you like to? I guess your next action was to take on the last bunch
Yes.
of guys
Right,
in
so
the other hallway.
having shot down the middle, finishing that one, he was like, all right, he will do an unnecessary spin, and then with his cloak flapping, spiraling around him, he will fire a shot down the other one.
Yeah, it wasn't. There was no need to get fancy, but you do.
Oh yeah, of course. It's only natural.
It's Phallus.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4 successes.
All right, 4 success. Sweet. So you've definitely
Oh
heard
wait,
a few
sorry.
of them. Yeah.
They're average, aren't they?
They are average, yes.
They're average, and I don't no longer have a penalty, so I'm good. I only need 3s. I can actually...
Oh, sorry, I should have remembered that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do 6 successes.
Perfect. You're going to add your proficiency to a few of those numbers there.
I will focus a little bit harder as I spin around.
The arrows that you shoot, at first they don't look like they're going to hit, but a breeze catches them and move them back onto their
magic
marks.
bullet.
But that's actually something you calculated. You knew that was going to happen.
Calculated. As I expected.
So sorry, that was 6 total?
It makes sense to me.
Gotcha. All right. Yes, and okay. So over this turn, you guys have kissed some boo-boos, taking care of a horde of chain rasps, and allowed people to begin escaping. Right now, you've drawn a lot of attention to yourselves. Instead of attacking the regular common folk, you find that these chain rasps, these ghouls, are attracted to you guys now.
I thought you were talking about us. Like, instead of attacking the regular folks, you decided to attack the chain rasp.
No. Why didn't you kill the civilians?
No, we're gonna do like speed dating with the chain ghouls because they're attracted to us.
Fantastic. But that's bad. You sorry, not the speed dating.
No. That was perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So you may have defeated some hordes, but whenever you destroy a chain rasp, another one appears to take its place. This is a never-ending horde. You can tell that unless you do something soon, this will not stop. These creatures will still continue to emerge from the ground, to appear from the air.
Endless waves of villagers will still be escaping from the square.
Well, no, they will get away eventually. I mean, either by hook or by crook, they might get out of there in a casket.
How grim!
But it's Halloween, my friend.
Happy Halloween.
So with that, you guys are now going to be attacked. A group of chain rasps. I think that they're quite upset with the 6 shots you're making, Murray, and I think they're going to take special liking to you.
Oh, makes sense to me.
A group of chain rasps apparates around you.
They appear out of nowhere. That's true.
And they attack. They do. I mean, maybe they were there the whole time. You never know. So let's see here.
I hate it when they're invisible.
So they are going to engulf you. They have a good attack.
I have an average defense.
Okay, so they are looking for 3s, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And here lies poor old Phallus.
Okay, I'm gonna play this by the book.
1d6. Yes. Oh.
Okay, they're looking for 3s. All right, that's not as bad as it could have been. So they're gonna get 3 attacks in.
4. It'd be 4, right?
Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4.
Dorian, Phallus, I got you.
Thanks, Dave.
Plus 1 damage, so a total of 5 damage to you.
Okay. So my armor will absorb some of that, yes?
Correct, yes.
Okay, and I will eat the rest. So 5 damage. Okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
Bring it on, you ghouls.
You also feel a chill run down your spine. At the beginning of your turn, you'll be taking more damage if they are still around you. You are in a minor hazard.
Okay.
Oh.
So at the beginning of my turn?
Yes. So if you move into a zone with a hazard, you take damage, or at the beginning of a turn, if you are in a zone, you will take damage.
Well, I mean, seeing how I have no choice, I'm going to get the hazard damage. I would hazard a guess.
And then I believe there was one more group of chain rasps, and they're not too happy with you, Maris, and they're going to take a they're going to move to you because they're abandoning the alleyway that you were shooting down, and they will make an attack as well.
Bring it on. You ghostly apparitions, you. Ah, shit.
Mid taunt that turned to ash in your mouth.
Bring it on, you. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. I'm on my third beer. We're good.
All right, so it's going to be 5 damage. I'm sorry. I apologize. But you do not have to worry about the minor hazard. There is just not quite enough. Which I gathered today. This just happens. This just happens, doesn't it? Apparently, yeah. So they have this ability called Chill of the Grave. When chain rasps gather together, the chill of the grave can be felt by all around them. The chain rasp horde's zone gains a minor hazard trait. The damage from this hazard ignores armor. Does that mean like their entire zone? Yeah, I guess it does. It's not just if you're near them. Okay. So yeah, you both will be taking minor hazard. I think it's just 1 damage,
everyone
right?
in the zone then. Right?
Yeah. People are dying, man. But if you keep kissing boo-boos, maybe they won't be.
Getting cold in here.
At the end of the day, it's not how many people were ripped apart by fiendish ghosts and specters. It was the knees you kissed along the way.
Yeah.
That needs to be the quote of this campaign. So I'm not familiar with hazards.
So they, as I explained about it with Murray, is that if you begin your turn in a hazard, then you will take damage, or if you move into a hazard, you will take damage.
Cass was like
literally on fire.
Fire. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Good call.
Now, at the end of this turn here, you see that a group of chain rasps has reapparated at the location where you had gotten rid of them. Murray, I think it was down the center lane that you had gotten rid of all of the chain rasps.
That's what I get for going solo mid, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you got some sick XP there and some solid gold.
Yeah. I threw you into it.
Don't worry, at the carries here.
How do I use these guns?
on the plus side, because you guys have taken all of this aggro, you are seeing the crowd thin out. People are able to escape, and they're doing so. No, they're getting out of there, man. They're
dragging their dead friends along with them.
Yeah. Cool. Back to the top, Mr. Gordon.
So, yes.
It's like a little help.
So in Gordon's going to try and Gordon, sorry, is going to try and figure out what's causing this to keep going. Because it feels like they're going to keep coming until something happens, and if the doom increases by 1 more, then shit's about to,
No, doom went back down after
doom went back down.
Doom did go down a little bit. Yes, you are now currently at 8.
Oh, I thought we went back down to like 3 or something.
When you removed those rasps from Brother Andor, you noticed that things felt a little bit better.
Is he's still surrounded by a couple of them, right?
No, he's currently praying. He looks like he's praying very hard.
Okay. So in that case,
okay.
Give him a megaphone or something.
Yeah, and just amp him up. I think what I'm gonna do. So there's 3 swarms right now, right?
Yes. There's one on me. There's one on Maris, and there's one that just respawned on mid.
But there's also more. Yeah. There's just ghosts everywhere at this point. But there's 3 notable swarms.
There's also the dwarf lady. I don't know if she's important.
Oh, this is the militia captain.
And then Maris also, like, whoever had ran away, like Maris had like in that direction. But I guess
I think we lost her. We lost the trail.
You don't see her right now, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's too much going on.
If everybedy's cleared out, we could, beat a retreat. But
correct.
Well, I think we need to hold a line around this guy praying, right?
Well, he's in a different zone, so
right.
He's fine.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do to try and take some of the respawning aggro off of us, I'm gonna cast Etheric Net. And basically, what that's gonna do is, if I can succeed on it, it's gonna basically lock these guys into place so they can't move.
Oh,
so what I'm
clever.
gonna do, I'm gonna roll my 6 dice. I'm gonna throw it. It's a 5-2.
Never seen a more clever person than our Gord here.
I got 3 5s. Or sorry, 5, 5, 6, and a 3. So I can bump that up quite enough. But I got 1 overcast, which is 1 round per additional success. So these. Okay, so I'm gonna cast it on the ones around. Who's taken more damage? Who have I seen take more damage? Phallus or Maris?
Dave, is your character in the same zone as Dylan and Murray's?
I'm not sure, to be honest. So what he had done is he had moved towards where Maris had said that person went to. He moved in that direction, and then he did some spell stuff.
Okay,
so
I think you are now. Yeah.
Okay.
And now, if I'm not mistaken, you do take only 1 damage.
Okay.
For being in a zone,
and armor soaks that.
It would normally. However, this specifically says that it ignores armor.
Okay. This rule specifically says fuck Dave. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Minor hazard trait. The damage from this hazard ignores armor. I'm just reading it out of the book. You know who to blame for this.
Sorry. Who has taken damage of the 2 of you?
I am down 3.
Okay. So
I'm down 5.
Well,
oof.
All right, Maris.
Well,
Maris
sorry,
wins.
4.
Okay.
Down 4
because armor, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Gordon is gonna slam his chandelier staff down on the ground, and the horde of chain rasps around Maris. You see them get bound to the floor as these light nets, they're kind of glowy yellow magic, fishing nets almost, come up and attach to them and hit them at their base. They cannot move. They have the restrained action until the start of my next turn, except I've gotten an extra, so for 2 turns, that swarm is going to be locked into place.
It is just the 1 swarm, right?
Just the 1 swarm, yeah.
Okay.
They can try to break free, but they're going to have to do a DN4 body might test against my. Actually,
is that an opposed test?
It'd be opposed. I don't know what they are opposing. I think they're opposing my channeling.
Yeah, it should be opposed your channeling then.
Yeah.
And sorry, which of the hordes was there?
Just to read
okay, yeah, to reiterate.
Left horde near Maris.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So the restrained condition, I gotta find. I don't have my DM screen handy here. I believe the restrained condition means that they can't move.
Let me pull that up.
I should probably have checked that before I did this awesome action to save the party.
It's funny because remember when Dylan shared the meme? They're like, "Why didn't you read your spells before?"
Why didn't you?
I read the
read
spell.
about your spells during someone else's turn?
I'm also
don't worry, we can do this together, everybody.
While you guys are doing that, I'm going to cast a new spell that you guys can look up afterwards. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to cast a healing spell. I'm going to try and heal all you goons.
Yay! I didn't think that you were going to be a healer.
Well, so he's kind of he's supporty. He's very supporty.
Yeah, with all the nuts and everything.
Which I was actually, he's very supportive for those. Basically, the concern I actually had is if we were going to deal enough damage. But it seems like we're okay. All right, I'm throwing my healing spell. I needed 5-1. I've gotten boop boop boop. I've got 3. Which means that all allies in our zone, which is, I guess, we established all the same zone, everyone heals through 3 toughness.
Swell. I am back up to full.
That's helpful. Do you have spell slots or anything, or is it just I just cast?
You
spells?
you have to take traits in order or talents or whatever to learn your spells. So
okay.
Yeah, it costs experience.
There's no slot system as far as I'm aware. Yeah,
interesting.
It costs experience.
All right, you guys ready for this? Restrained.
No.
A restrained creature cannot move. A restrained creature's melee, accuracy, and defense decrease 1 step.
But if we kill them, they'll just respawn somewhere else. So
that's what I'm saying. It's almost better to not even kill them. It's better to leave them in place, and I can just reroute these things. Yeah.
Who's to say more don't appear though?
Just Pickles and Maris taunt them.
That is completely and utterly accurate, but some of our characters are a little dumb, so maybe like that should be verbalized.
Yeah. It should be verbalized.
Extricate yourself from the bound ghosts, you dolts! Come on! There you go.
If Varys was any more vindictive,
he's a support character by definition, yeah.
You're going to have to dumb it down for me, Gord.
Move away from the net ones.
Right-ho.
This would be similar to like there would be like kind of glowing nets on these guys, right?
Yeah.
This sounds like kind of the netted spell from Total War.
Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you've done 2 spells, so that's 2 actions. Do you want to move around at all?
I'm gonna move closer to George Exposition Priest in the center of the square.
Got it. Yeah.
And out of the danger zone.
Wait, who? Yeah. Andor, brother Andor.
Yeah.
I remember the name.
Elder Andor brother.
Bro.
That's all I wanted tonight. Andor. I just wanted one of you guys to remember his name.
Yeah. I remembered it, and then I forgot. Yeah.
When I think like Brother Sandor, I think of from Game of Thrones. Anyways.
Oh yeah.
Anders, and I started thinking of like shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, I also too think of poo.
Okay,
that's my turn. Yeah,
go for it, Dylan.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
Why weren't you thinking about your actions on the other person's turn?
Yeah, if only.
Because I was getting into the descriptions and enjoying this, and it's just a bunch of people hanging out, having fun.
Enjoy this.
So Maris is going to. I'm just trying to see if survival makes sense to use
for tracking.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah. Thank you. She's going to try to track that lady that ran away.
Okay.
I would like to use survival, preferably.
Okay.
I have a
how are you doing this?
But only if it's jungle or forest.
I do want to paint the stage. You are in a crowded outdoor area. People are panicking. There are ghosts flying overhead. You're literally being assaulted.
She's sniffing for magic.
And because there's a world where this happens. But
know what? And also, you're not wrong.
You saw a random figure run off into a crowd and thought, I got to get that one.
She's sniffing for purple magic.
Yeah, how are you following that?
She looked interested in the situation. Bad move.
You know what, Franco? You know what? You know what? You're bringing logic into fantasy, and I don't like it.
I don't want to guide the witness, but
oh shit.
What would Maris do?
Poop on a stick.
Please don't poop on a stick.
Well, Maris would look for a way out of here, to be honest. Like how can at this point shit is going down. She wants to get herself and her own Gord now, because he just
me and my own
appeared. Me and my own, thank you. And get the fuck out. Shit's going down.
Right by the exit.
Yep.
She's gonna run out of the exit.
Okay, so the exits are literally gummed up, but you can try to push your way through.
She's not going to run on her own. She's going to try to corral Gordon and Phallus and be like, come on, we have to get out of here. So if it means going back to where they are and grabbing them and directing them, saying we have to leave now. That's what she's going to do.
Is there an exit, the direction towards the Elder?
No, there is not. There are 3 ways out. And they are all gummed up by people because everybody wanted to get out of this area. They said ghosts and thought, no, I'm not into this. Not into this. I came up for a fun night. I didn't want ghosts. I got ghosts. And that's where they're at. So they got out.
Should have thought of that before you made them skull cookies.
Also, I appreciate you calling me out of my shit with survival. So.
Oh, no, I'm down with it. That was perfectly fine. You can try. I just wanted to be very clear that it was going to be extremely difficult because I didn't feasibly see how you might track somebody in such chaos.
I was just gonna roll and then see what the rolls were and then describe it from there.
Totally, yeah. And sometimes that works. Sometimes you get all 6s. Oops, all 6s.
let's do that as well. Can I have a free action? Taking the free action, taking
You
my
just
move.
want a free roll? You just want a free roll?
No. Taking my move action, and a free action of like corralling the cats or herding the cats. And now she's gonna see, like, maybe she can find where that person went. Because if the exits are so gummed up and it's gonna be difficult to get out, there might be another way, and it would be looking in the direction or going towards where that person disappeared.
What are you trying to do? Like, what's your goal? Just so I can figure something out here.
Well, we'll go with trying to. No, we'll go with. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't have initiative for my companions. That would be bad.
Is it to figure out what direction this person went? Is it to?
I think assess the situation. If it is going to be too difficult to get out of the exit, then it's going to go after that person. So I think she's going to assess to see, can we get out? How difficult will it be?
Okay, yeah, I can work with that.
But would that be a survival or awareness?
I think that's an intuition.
Or
maybe, yeah, I think intuition makes sense. I think you can make an argument for awareness as well. So,
I will go with intuition.
All right, roll me a mind intuition. And I'll be right back. I got to plug something in here because we're losing power.
46, please, because I have
here's my chance to
conspire
conspire against the DM. What are we gonna do?
4, you said, Dill?
46, please. I really want to go after her, but like if I'm Maris, she's not going to go running after a random person. She's just going to try to get everyone out of danger.
Okay, and so for this one, we're looking for 2d4.
Yeah, well, 4 successes, so we get bonus success.
All right, yeah. So your goal was to determine whether you would be able to extricate yourselves from here. You can. It's going to be very difficult. You need to overcome one of these 3 crowds. And you also know that these people have no way to defend themselves. They're just regular partygoers. You don't think you can save them all, one way or another, but you know that you, through your inaction of like stopping taking on these ghosts for them, that a lot more will die.
But don't worry, Miss Mary. Power of friendship will save us, but only us.
You guys do have soul binding powers, FYI. It's in the title.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fall for that one.
So what's the between all these exits? What's blocking us? Is it buildings?
People.
No, but there's routes out. Those are presumably like alleyways or something.
Correct. Yeah. So it is very confined. So yes, there is flow. And so what was happening prior was that people could not move at all because there were hordes of ghosts literally stopping them, picking them off, flying away with them, so on and so forth. But now that you guys have started to attack them, they become more interested in you, which allows people to escape much quicker.
They can't have. Get that. Okay. Well, Maris, what are you gonna do? What?
Sorry, she's having. Sorry, I'm having a moment of like the player in me is like, let everyone fucking die, but Maris is like, we can't.
That's valid.
We can't. But Maris doesn't want people to die. There's a little bit of like Cass in her that like there's been enough death. So she's gonna turn and explain this to. Can I
give you just a little something here, because I do realize that you did ace that last check, and it's something I probably should have added. Just as an incidental, you notice that Mr. Andor he's looking a bit brighter. He's starting to glow a bit. Whatever he's doing, something's happening.
Protect the plot device.
Maris is going to run over to Brother Bob, Brother Andor.
Predictive at this point.
Bob, help us rock steady.
Maris is going to run over to Brother Andor. If there's nothing stopping her, she's going to, and if he's not paying attention to her, no, regardless, she's going to run up to him and like kind of like tug at his cloak and be like, brother, please, what is going on? What is happening?
Brother.
Hey, brother.
All right, I think you can probably make it to him in one turn. He is actually a bit farther away from you now, since you had moved away from him at first. And he is in deep concentration. Like, he knows that you're tugging on him, but he's sitting there and he's like, I must concentrate. I'm trying very hard here to concentrate.
What are you doing?
Just buy me some time, damn it.
All right, so she turns around, takes out her pistol, and yells at everyone else, "Protect Brother Andor."
Okay. I think
yes, I demand respect.
Because I think Gordon was already standing next to him. I think you turn around and just yell in his ear, and he just like kind of like shirks away.
Good times. Good times are had.
Okay, I think with that, we'll roll over to Murray.
Sweet.
Who
Was that all
hurt
our
you,
actions? So do I take a damage then at the start of my turn?
You do. Thank you for remembering. Actually, Maris, I'm sorry. Retroactively, just take a quick damage there.
What? How much?
Uno.
Just one.
Okay. Nothing.
I hope I'm doing that right. I really should have read that rule first before saying one, but whatever. All right, Murray, how you feeling?
My character is feeling great. I got healed by a chandelier. It's amazing.
God damn it, Dave.
Well, it's pretty relevant with I'm just like picturing like Gordon in front of like the tombstone, just doing like the meme face. Yeah. Anyway,
I was reading this adventure and I was like, okay, we have 3 people. You know, I'm looking at like kind of the balancing of it. And I'm like, this looks kind of rough. Like it looks really rough.
Mm-hmm.
But with a heal stick, I think it's possible.
Heal stick.
Yes.
I like it. Yeah.
Heal stick. Once again, I'm assuming there's too many friendlies around to just spread shot.
It depends where you're shooting. If it's like the guys, you literally have ghosts on you. Now, if you're going to shoot at them, probably be fine. Like, you know, we can talk about.
So, I mean, the thing about how spread works, I don't know if I shoot myself with my own spread damage. We ruled it that it's like ricochet or whatever. I have no idea. It's like a shrapnel blast.
I think it makes sense. Yeah.
I genuinely don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a new rule set to me.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I think it makes no sense at all that you shoot yourself. But maybe that's how the mechanic works. Well, I don't know.
So it's like it's targets in the zone, right? So like you are a target in the zone.
I am a creature within the close range of my target.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Is that how we've played it before?
We have played it.
Yeah, that's how we played it before.
If that's the case, then I'll just roll with that just for consistency's sake.
I mean, it's fine because if you're telling me that the zombie or the ghost near me are all clear of friendlies, I can just leave that area and just shoot at them from afar and be.
I would say yes. I think that area that you're in is clear of friendlies. I feel like the people that have been trying to escape are just a little bit further on. So I think you should be able to shoot a spread attack at these guys without detriment.
Yeah. So I will run out of the danger zone, the hazard zone. Turn around and fire at those zombos or ghosties.
You try to move away from them. They all kind of like grab at you and like grab at your what was it, a sea dragon scale cloak?
Yes.
Nice. I remembered it. And they kind of grab on and try to hold you back because they try to follow you, but you're a little bit too fast for them.
Yeah. They try to grab Phallus. Anyways.
You did this to you. That's all I got to say.
You choose to do these things, Murray.
You missed a huge thing earlier. No, fuck, no.
God damn it. Dick jokes, guys.
Yeah, all right. So I run out of the zone towards Brother Andor, turn around, give them a little bit of taste of my other gun, which I never announced the name of this one. I actually, because I never named it, but when I picked the name for Ekram's Justice, I also chose the name for this one. His name, Egglad's Punishment.
Egglad. Now here's a question for you. Should you really name your weapons or should they earn their name?
Well, here's the thing about Phallus is that he is obsessed with names for some reason.
Okay.
So he does name things, and he is one of his like personal quests is to seek out a name for himself, not like a first name actually, but a last name. His
long-term quest is to rename himself.
I want to legally change my name, please.
What was his last name?
Ossus Bosun.
Nope.
Ossus Bosun. Because basically, like when I was just reading the history of elves, is like they tend to, like if you're a blacksmith, your last name is Smith type of thing. So they name themselves literally like what their job is. So he worked as the bosun and his captain was Oss. So he was Ossus Bosun.
I did get the bosun part. I knew about that.
But now he's no longer really part of that, and it was never a name that he was like super happy with either, due to his backstory.
I dig names being kind of like a fluid thing. I like that.
Yeah, so cool. He's seeking out like that's another reason why he's kind of obsessed with like trophies and like hunting monsters and stuff like that. So he's hoping to find something. He'd be like, "What do you think of Dragon Slayer? You know, as the last name, that kind of thing, right?"
Yeah.
So
Phallus Dragon Slayer.
Yeah. Phallus Dragon's Bane or something like that, right? Like that kind of stuff. To be known. Like, you know, like Daenerys Stormborn, Mother of Dragons, blah, 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 yada, 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 that kind of stuff. Anyways, collecting names. Taking names, chewing bubblegum, kicking ass. Firing a shot.
Shooting shots, man.
Taking shots.
What do we got here?
Oh, terrible. My first bad roll.
Ooh. How many dice is that?
They're still average.
This may not be the worst. They are average, and you have a good accuracy.
So I only need 3s, which actually just converts us to 5 successes.
Perfect, because you're using, and again, it's your focus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, my focus. I've maxed out my ballistics. So yeah, I fire a shot at one of them. The rest take spread damage.
Perfect. So you fire a volley, and as normal, it punctures them. It does not seem to do the damage that it should, but you can tell they've taken some damage for sure.
All right, they're still around, so I'll just do it again, I guess.
Yep, absolutely. Fire a second shot. Do you want to do something unnecessary before you do that? Like, do you want to do a spin?
Yeah, I'm all about the unnecessary things.
Yeah. Anything in particular? Just a nice little spin?
Oh, I thought you had a suggestion for me.
No, I just wanted to ask.
That was a suggestion. Like, make it cool.
Yeah, do you want to make a cool thing?
Do
you want to like flip your gun up?
Yeah. He fires a shot, and then as he like pulls to reload, he like spins in place and then fires another shot.
I would like if he fails every so often. Like he drops his cartridge or whatever, and he's like, and then just like puts it back.
Drops his gun, just shoots
the other one instead. It's funny too because he doesn't use a shield. I have an ambidextrous trait that gives me a +1 when I'm wielding 2 weapons, but I don't always use both my weapons in a single attack. So I always think of it as like, I kind of think of it as him coming like, and then shoot with the other one. You know, kind of like the boxer doing this and just.
All right, and then so your second roll is a lot better than your first.
It's all successes.
Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah, no, you do have all successes. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not +1, so 7. You're looking at. Okay, so these guys are roughed up.
I'm surprised they're not all gone. All right.
Well, I mean, you're doing a lot of damage to them.
So I do the damage, and then I do spread damage within the horde. Although I don't know if that counts for hordes.
I don't believe it does. Because I think we've gone over this with my character in a separate campaign. A horde is just like a single entity.
Yeah. Okay. Hail of Doom.
Warm.
Oh, sorry, a horde. My bad. That's the technical term. So with Phallus, you've moved. You've shot a couple of times. So we have one restrained group of ghosties, one quite roughed up, and another chasing you guys down. Now. Andor is beginning to draw a little bit of attention. He's becoming a little bit more bright. And the ghosts around you are taking notice of this. So one of the 3 hordes that you're fighting begins to move over to Andor. They are able to move a bit faster this turn because they're going to spend... Do they have metal? No, they don't have metal. They're not going to spend their metal. They're just going to move to get closer to him.
Question: do they move past me, like near me, and then away?
This is not the horde that you were fighting. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. Like, I don't believe that this.
So the left horde is bound, and then the mid horde, and then the right horde was probably the one that came to attack me, and I thinned out.
So it was actually believe it or not, it was the center horde that ended up attacking you.
Oh, okay, so they respawned. They were attacking me. Okay.
Yes.
So then the right horde was the one I had previously thinned out, and I guess they just respawned already. Or...
No.
Okay. I'm just having a hard time tracking everything. I've been shooting a lot of people.
I've got them set as 1, 2, 3. Okay. I've got one as quite damaged. I've got 2 as restrained, and I've got 3 as full health.
Okay.
And it's horde number 3 that's moving towards Andor. Now they're not going to move like directly next to you, but they'll be within your zone for a period. Is there something you can do there?
I have a trait or talent called Opportunist, where once per round, if an opponent attempts to move away from me, I can shoot them. But so we've kind of done this wrong previously, where I assume if they're moving away from me from any distance.
Yeah.
But
I think it's like they would like retreat from you or something like that.
Yeah, they have to be like close to me. So I would say within 5 feet of me, and then moving away. Yeah, so that's what I'm basically asking.
They won't trigger.
Like it's like a free attack in D&D when someone moves away from you, like a disengage.
Yeah, attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Got it. So that will not trigger. Just because they're not going to be like traveling quite near you. They've kind of risen up to the sky. If they were to move near you, it would be a little bit too high up.
I do hope I get my whip, because that will change.
Perfect. A whip and a crossbow. You'll be
Simon Belmont.
Simon, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one horde moves towards Andor, and I guess by extension Maris and Gordon. There's another real effed up group near Murray, and then another that's restrained in nets of light. And now I'd like to try to unrestrain them. What am I supposed to roll for that?
Yeah, so it's going to be a contested check. Let me grab the exact thing here. So it is the etheric net. The test is a DN for body might. So they're going to have to try and break it. And I believe it's against my channeling, which is going to be 6 or 8. It is 6.
So they need 4
but
sixes?
Would I have to roll against you then?
Whose test?
So they have 4S, 4 like meaning successes. DN 4 successes. Might test to break the chains. On a success, they are no longer restrained. So would that mean it was what I had rolled?
All right. So these guys have.
You had to roll like 5 or something.
These guys have no might, but
I
they do
rolled
have
3.
They do have body.
But their body is, I believe, reduced because they're restrained.
I don't think it can go below 1.
That makes sense.
You get no dice.
So
I think you need to beat 3, is my understanding, because that was my initial casting success roll.
Gotcha. If that is the case, and I'm genuinely not sure of the rules,
they're bound like Spider-Man villains. They can't get out.
I'll roll just for kicks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it actually gets tighter now, and
they're not going anywhere. But this will eventually like wear off after X amount of turns or something.
So
next turn.
it succeeded, and then it was 1 round. So basically, how it rolls over is it's until the start of my turn. Got it. 1 round is after I cast it and back to me, which has not happened yet, and then 1 more time.
Right. So they're going to be restrained. They're going to be restrained until you take your turn here.
Yeah. Until I take. Not this turn, but my next turn. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll make sure that they are still restrained then.
And then
cool.
Cast it again.
Yeah, that's actually kind of the plan.
I genuinely hope so. It's not fun to fight all these guys. All right, so things progress as usual. It's not looking great. People are able to get out of this area. For the most part, actually, you're doing a pretty good job. The only thing is that like these hordes don't seem to be letting up. There doesn't seem to be anything slowing them down. And you do notice now that there are more that are apparating around you. And at this point, they kind of don't care about people or things around them. Something is drawing them away from this area. And more you're seeing these ghosts start to just drift off in a particular direction. It's not 100%.
That's right. You better run.
Yeah, it's Murray's character. He's scared them off. Yeah. All hail phallus. So you do notice that they're kind of moving off in a general direction, but there's no like clear rhyme or reason to it.
What's the direction?
Away. That's what I mean.
So they're like they're really pulsing like outwards.
Yeah.
I see.
in concentric circles.
Back to the top of the round order, though.
Okay, interesting. So there's no one coming really in. So the ones that we're engaged with, and
by the way, by just fighting these things, you are freeing people, and most of the crowds have dispersed at this point, or not dispersed. That's wrong. They've escaped. They've escaped through their freedom. You're saving lives.
Okay. How injured are my allies here? How do they look physically? How do they look?
Do you want us to tell you?
Yeah. Well, like how wounded do you look?
Fresh as rain. Don't worry about me.
Okay, Maris.
I look pretty okay. A few little scratches, you know, sure. like a little injured, but not bad.
Okay. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an arcane bolt. So there's any swarms nearby us? There's the one that I have bound.
There's the one that's trying to sneak by me.
You do actually have one that's moving closer to you. They would have moved a zone closer to you in the last turn, and they seem. I mean, again, they're ghosts, so they're not great, but like they're pretty spry.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast an arcane bolt at them, and I'm actually going to use my metal to double my training.
Okay.
In paneling, so I'm actually going to be rolling 8.
Roll that shit.
And it's on every 4 or more is a damage here. So
okay.
Let's see what we get.
That's a good idea. That way it can't backfire.
1, 2, 3, 4.
8 times.
With a +1. So 5 damage.
Pretty good. Yeah, these guys get wrecked. They look hurt. They look hurt real bad. That magic, they don't like that shit. They don't. Oh. They especially don't like that light.
Nobody likes magic.
Gordon is making me realize, why the fuck don't we have a caster in our main?
This is the thing. You guys have 7 player characters. I was always wondering, like, why did no one choose a caster? They're so cool.
My backup character is a caster, but he's not a conventional caster either. So
I can't believe you have a backup character. You're just prepared to die.
Can I just play like an evil caster, like as a guest appearance, but not as Maris? And
sure. I mean, well, one thing you also could do is you could take a talent with XP that gives you spellcasting. Maris should do that. Caster still.
You can become a caster.
Yeah, she should.
You're giving me ideas, actually.
Yeah, sure.
Saw Chaos Demon.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I've inspired you for the other campaign.
Sorry. And then back on topic.
Legit. That's awesome. Let's see. I just have since I use my action, my move, and my metal. I think I'm just gonna hang out. Like, you know, he's gonna sit down on a bench for a little while and just wait until his turn starts again.
His chandelier folds out into a chair.
I'm done with this
turn. Just into a Slav squat, just like
a Slav squat. Yeah. Just okay.
All right.
That's his turn.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that was a pretty good hit you did there. Maris.
Gord MVP.
What would you like to do with your turn?
I'm just double checking my tactician trait.
Why didn't you double check your tactician trait when I was?
Oh, you want to see if you can affect magicians?
Sorry, what? What was that, Dave?
I'm just getting back at you for the before.
Oh yeah. Why didn't you check it on his turn, huh?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna delete that fucking meme. No, because you can only use it on one creature like at a time. So just like confirming, is it one person? Is it what? Anyways, no.
Does it affect magic as well, though?
Is it an action or like an attack?
It's an action.
You give people an action. Yeah.
So you can like tactician Gord and tactician Fallows.
Correct.
No. Well, only
because you can only affect. You can affect one ally per action, right?
Yeah. So my
action. You guys are saying the same thing. I think it's just like Murray was saying. You can do either of us. Yeah.
So for my action, tactician again. She's just gonna scream at Gordon and be like, "Do it again! Do it again!"
Her action is to scream at people. Like, you do it. Do it again.
Like point and direct to who he should do it to.
Okay.
That one.
Do it to that ghost.
Get him again.
Use your magic.
Sure. Wait, so if I'm doing do I just do any action?
Yeah.
Or do I just get an action?
And I think that, Dylan, correct me if I'm wrong, but you also provide an extra 3 dice for that action.
Is Tactician any
Whoa.
action, or does it have to be a range attack?
Yeah. So just to confirm, are you, first off, you're in medium range. Like, we're all close. We're all within like medium range of each other.
I'm in the same zone as you. I haven't moved.
Yeah, so we're good.
It's literally
yeah,
sitting
so-
right next to you.
And
Yeah.
I pick an.
squad.
I'm just confirming. I pick an ally in medium range. They make an attack, so like it's not specific. So like I'm
Oh.
specifying you to do the same thing. Like
I don't know.
I see it as that Maris would instruct the ally what to do and who to attack, and I get to
interesting.
pick who they attack.
Just
Yeah,
for clarity for everybody, Tactician. Your military acumen allows you to find tactical openings for your allies to exploit. As an action, so Maris will take an action, choose an ally within medium range. That the target can make an attack against a creature of your choice if they are able to do so and have a suitable weapon prepared. If they attack, they add a number of bonus die to their dice pool equal to your mind.
My
you can
mind.
you can only choose one creature, or so you cannot choose the same creature more than once per round. And I want to make something very clear. This calls out attack specifically.
Yeah, I don't think this works because there's the attack section on here, and then there's the spells section. So I actually, as awesome it would be to be like a spell generator where I'm just like flinging spells and stuff,
Yeah,
I don't think it works.
I thought it was going to
Just
work.
to be
Okay, that's
clear,
fair.
Just to be clear, for
That-
example, if Maris was on a party with, say, Cass and Phallus, would she be able to Tactician and then Metal Tactician? So
Yes.
basically give Cass an action and then give Phallus an action?
Yep, she's
In a
giving up
single
an
turn.
action for an action. Yeah, she can do that.
Nice.
It's solid. Nice. Yeah.
That seems way OP. so
She's-
but no,
she's
that's-
just like,
Is there's no
like, this is my
there a
hand
limit
puppet,
once
this is my
per
other hand
turn or
puppet.
anything like that?
Sorry, say again.
Is there an action of once per turn she can do that?
She can only target, or only one person can benefit from Tactician once per round.
Yeah, so
So-
she can choose 2 people separately.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
interesting.
and also you can't have like an entire party of tacticians and backing up one person who's just like the powerhouse.
With your glass cannon, just like
Technically, it doesn't like it's fine, like because you're trading an action for an action. It's not like you're gaining or losing anything.
Yeah.
You're just choosing a stronger.
But you're gaining a bonus
that
to the
thing.
attack, though.
That is strong. Yeah.
That's
hence
interesting.
the lasers and boiling. So, but that's good to know now because like I haven't played with casters, so can't use it for spells.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make sense though. And well, whatever.
Yeah, I think the
I
thing
can-
is like spells
Spells
are
are-
actually
spells
like
are more
pretty
intricate.
powerful. Yeah, and like you could potentially, I think you could just break it way easier. Like spells, like I could heal everybody twice, or I could
Mhm.
like
Well, maybe
lock 2
think of it
enemies
as
in place. Yeah.
like think of it like because in the text it says like if they are ready or they have the weapon to do so, right? So I have a gun that I can just fire, and apparently reloading is just I'm just like, pap, 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 pap. Whereas for spells, maybe he has to like take a full round to like recharge again, and so wouldn't be able to be ready
Yeah.
to fire
Yeah.
another spell.
Dragon Ball Z it.
Yeah,
Spells are delicate. You gotta treat them right. You can't just whip them off willy nilly.
No,
Just
that
can't just
makes
whip it out.
that makes a lot of sense. So yeah. Okay, cool. So
So I think
she's
you shout at Gordon, and he's just
Phallus.
like, "I'm tired. Don't do it.
Oh,
I don't want
so
it.
she
I'm sitting.
I'm
then she just
squatting right
goes-
now."
What would you like to do with your turn?
phallus, and she does it to phallus.
All
Because
right.
like
Which one, Miss Mary?
Point at him.
that one.
So which
Over
one am I?
there.
Which one? The one that Gordon had already
Yes,
fired at?
yeah,
Okay,
the one
gotcha.
that Gordon had already fired at.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Roll those bones.
What are they again? They're average.
They are average. Okay, cool.
So 10 successes.
You crush these guys. You can hear them like in their ghostly screams, like "Please stop!
Where did
No.
these bullets keep coming from?
This seems unprecedented. It's not okay. Where did the bolts even stay in your crossbow?"
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend to understand how his crossbow works. All I know is I can just shoot.
It just does.
That group is gone. They're gonzo.
Now we're playing dungeon defense. Let's go.
Yeah.
Solid shots. Maris has, I think, a move and an action here.
Move in the middle.
I'm moving a metal. Gonna use her metal to shoot at a thing.
Okay. What would you like to shoot at? We have some restrained ghouls. We have some rather roughened up folks that Phallus had been dealing with. And we've also got just like willy-nilly ghosts all over the place. You could try to help maybe some of the militia.
Yeah, I forgot about the militia.
Did that lady
let's
ever
help.
get her kid?
You don't see the kid right now.
The kid's dead.
Yeah.
The kid is now a ghost. And Maris is shooting at that kid ghost. No. Maris is going to help out the militia. She's going to take out her pistol and shoot whatever ghost is closest to her that the militia are attacking.
Fantastic.
Assuming it's within medium range.
You see that dwarven lady, the one that seemed to be leading the militia, and she is rough. She's not doing so well. She's got a mace in hand, and she's swinging at a group of ghosts of chain rasps. And
those are only good against bears.
She looks beat up as hell. She seems to be hitting the same situation that you guys are, in that her physical weapon is just kind of moving their cloaks around. It's not really doing as much as you might think.
Just fanning them.
Yeah. So you take a shot at this group that she's dealing with. Go ahead and roll. They're at medium range here, so you don't have to worry about detriments.
3d6, please.
Sorry.
Cool. So that's going to be, you're looking for threes here? Yeah, they're threes. Do you have any focus in ballistics?
Oh, I do. Actually, yes. Sorry. Yes. So 2 turns into a 3.
Cool. So
Nice.
there should be 3 damage here. So you take a shot and it like bounces off of one of like these little metal helmets that these things are wearing, and it just like slaps them in the head. And you hear it ring like a gong, and it drops to the ground and disperses. And this person looks over to you, and she's like,
Nice
"Thank
shot,
you."
Miss Mary.
She gives you like a little salute. She's got her mace in her hand, but so she's like, kind of waves it around.
Knocks herself out.
Yeah.
I tried to do it in a way that it made sense, like where she's not like banging herself on the head. She bangs herself on the head and because you helped her.
Yeah.
No, she gives you a little rally and gives you the nod like of thanks. She will remember this. And I think that ends your turn, unless you feel like you want to move around a little bit, or all right.
No, I'm staying close to Phallus and/or Gordon.
Cool, Murray.
Do
Do some big damage. Do the deeps.
Do the deeps. Should I continue rescuing the dwarven militia captain lady?
Do you
Is
feel
there more things that could be plucked away from her?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's always more. There's more appearing by the minute.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I will use the since they're all hordes and it doesn't really matter what I'm using. I'll just use my non-repeater. So
I apologize. I hate to do this, but both of Maris and Dylan, Dylan Murray's got to take a damage from that.
No, but I left the area.
Oh, did you guys move?
Yeah, Maris ran to the brother Ander, and I also left the area. I specifically called out, I leave the danger zone.
Oh, gotcha.
And shoot back at the guys who are still there.
All right, never mind me.
There's nothing.
If I left the area, cool. I'm glad you remembered, Franco, because I did not.
Oh, he didn't remember. That's what he wanted us to
Well,
take
no,
damage.
but remembered, like, I would have forgotten about the damage.
I think this one damage won't matter. So let's move on.
All right. I'll shoot with the non-repeater, non-spread damage at the ghosts attacking the dwarven lady.
Roger that.
I need 3s, right? So 1,
Correct,
2, 3,
yes.
4, 5.
Solid. So she's dealing with a horde right now, but you've definitely thinned them out. A couple of them dropped to the ground, but a few are still standing. And you've definitely eased her plight. She starts to move towards you guys as defensively as possible.
Fall back in line.
Perfect.
To me, rally. Okay. Is there any so other than that? Is there any other points of interest that maybe I should consider before I take another shot at the ones that she was fighting?
You guys have no, they're not restrained anymore. Bunch of ghosties, as well as another group that you
You're still restrained,
previously.
right?
Dave, is it? They should be under restrained now.
He's only had one
They
turn.
will be unrestrained at the start of my turn, I think.
Okay.
Right?
They've already gone a full round of being restrained. Is it two?
I did it, and then I went again.
Yeah, you haven't had your second turn yet.
Yeah, so yeah, it would be the start of my turn. Then so on their next turn they'd be unrestrained.
Sounds good. So they're still restrained. So there's just the one other rough looking group of them.
Okay, I will fire.
All right. All right. You deal enough damage to get rid of the last couple of them. That group is dispersed again. Want to finish up with anything here? Sorry, I've lost I've lost sound on Murray.
Oh,
I muted myself because I was typing. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll hold the line here outside the danger zone, and any ghostlies who try to come past me will get a bolt to the face.
It has been a slog. You guys have been fighting these never-ending hordes of chain rasps. You've taken down a great executioner.
yeah, it wasn't that great. It was okay.
You know, it was scary looking.
It was pretty spooky. Yeah.
I wonder what the body count is like at this point, too.
I didn't know how well you guys would handle this.
No.
Look, basically, at the end of the fight, basically unscathed. Yeah.
But yeah, the healing, very nice, very nice.
Yes, the healing was definitely helpful because it did hurt a lot.
But you guys are looking all right, I think. But the people around you are not. Dave, your character has been doing a lot of work. While you haven't caught necessarily all the people in this square, you have been sending out like kind of healing bursts to everyone, and it has really helped the situation a lot. Maris, you've been very
cheerleady.
No, you've been very cognitive of the situation, leading people and putting resources where they need to be. And Murray's just been shooting the hell out of ghosts. And all of this combined has bought enough time for Brother Ander to complete the work he was doing. He has spent the last 5 turns preparing a ritual.
Wow.
He casts his ritual. He casts his ritual, and these walls of shimmering light descend around the spire. They trap this vortex that appeared before you in the center of them. At this point, any new ghosts that are forming or being summoned to this plane, more accurately, appear and attempt to move, but are stopped. This square is now sealed off. The fallen spire is safer, not quite 100% safe, but safer. Any new apparitions are unable to attack or move towards you or any of your allies, and the square begins to disperse. There's both the ghosts and the people. Through your actions, you have saved the majority of the people in this plaza.
Hey.
Most importantly, did we save Todd?
Maybe.
Todd was fucking weird. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not super keen on that.
But what you've mechanically done is you've lowered your doom by a total of 5 here.
So we're back to 3.
Correct. Your math is correct.
Cool.
Perfect.
Glad
Which is
someone
great.
can math.
Things are feeling a lot less doomy.
I mean, a 3 is still pretty doomy.
Yeah, compared to a 1, I guess.
I mean, we as a group have never felt a 3 before.
Maybe
Saying that in character.
I personally can only count to 4.
So, I have a quick announcement. We have gotten past part 1 of a 3-part series.
A 3-part series?
That was a hell of a slog. I kind of knew it would turn into that, but I did play it exactly as it called out. But I knew that would be a hell of a long time to get through that first part.
I always wonder about these one shots. They always assume that people are going to be playing for like 24 hours straight.
I got to be quite frank with you. I saw, so mechanically, Brother Anders needed 5 rounds to seal off the ghosts, and you did it. That was 5 rounds.
Ghosts.
You also needed to. It was technically 6 rounds because you needed to stop him from dying to that executioner, and then he could start.
I'm glad we got that really like right off the bat.
Yeah, that's interesting actually, because I don't think we've actually had a battle like in the normal campaign last more than like 3 rounds. I'm just trying to think.
I blame the DPS.
You guys did a great job for that kind of like constantly everything's supposed to continue to spawn. Great job. We can keep going, or if you guys are feeling a little bit tired, we can call it here and pick it up on another week.
I feel like Dave's fading. Myself, I've got stamina for days.
Okay. I'm insatiable. No, but I came out hard, and I am fading. So, all right.
I think there's a little bit of information in there we didn't need to know.
Yeah.
I just gotta go pee.
I mean, you can always take a pee break.
I totally forgot about breaks. I did. I think I was really into it.
But like observations, holy fuck, needing casters. like
Yeah.
when I first attacked that executioner, I'm like, oh, bullets, yeah, way to ghost.
So obviously, like Murray, you were trying to figure out like there's something up with these ghosts. They're not taking as much damage as they should be.
All I wanted to know is whether I can actually damage them or not. Like, I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the system because I believe some systems it would be like, nope, you just freaking do 0. Some systems like you do half or a quarter or whatever. So I just want to know, am I doing damage? And then after that first shot, so I figured out, okay, yes, I can do damage. After the first shot, you say he's rough. I'm like, well, I'll just do it again.
Yeah.
And see how that goes.
Yeah, your intuition was definitely correct. But I think it was interesting because I didn't know whether you guys would have a caster with you. I'm glad Dave did because apparently magic is the way, man. Like magic does damage.
Yeah, it was funny because I wanted to make a new character. Like we were talking about who I would play in this, and we were talking about Trenton for a little while. We were talking about making some other folks, and I was really kind of interested.
Good old one-arm Trenton.
Good old one-arm Trenton. I'm glad I didn't because the reason I didn't pick Trenton is he's kind of like Maris in a lot of ways, like with his mechanics. Like he is basically a trade pioneer, like as his class.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to run that sort of thing. And I was like, do I want to do something else? And I almost like went completely off book and built like an archetype. I really liked those Melusai. They're basically like Naga with like bows and spears and stuff. So I was thinking about making one of those. But at the same time, I was like, I kind of want to just try something. Like we've never done magic before. I wanted to like use this as an excuse to learn it. So
well, you've used magic before. You've definitely heard us.
Lucius had magic, but he didn't like do too much. He basically just had a couple spells and he just casted them. And it's kind of like a little bit different than like doing like the selection of your spells. And you like figure out like how if you fail, like what happens and that stuff. But, yeah,
I think it was a good introduction and like good inspiration because it's like, oh shit, of course, like we can have non-magical learn specific spells. So I like because like I could see Maris becoming like more like she's a little bit supporty, but like making her more supporty, I feel like would be a really natural progression.
It'll definitely be very bardic of you to pick up a little bit of magic.
Well, unless the trauma fucks her over and she's like, I'm just gonna raise the dead that die around me because I have an unlucky trait. Like it could go either way.
Wow,
dark a bit more necro, a bit more supportive. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maris dyes her hair
it's
black.
It's really cool because there's like all these different lores, and I was kind of really like looking through like all the different kinds, and like some of them are more offensive. Like lore of light, which is what Gordon uses, is like very support heavy. Like he's got a lot of actually we didn't get to use it. I won't tell you what it is, what he has otherwise.
Yeah, save it. Save us a surprise.
But he's got a lot of like support, like tactical kind of stuff too. And I was worried actually about that. It's like I don't know if I'm going to be doing enough damage for this party. That's the picture I was basing him off of.
It didn't show up as big as I was hoping, but that Dave sent that to me about halfway through.
Yeah.
Also, Franco, good job at herding cats and keeping us on. And like, there was one point where I was like, "Oh my god, what am I doing?" And I know I need to do something, and I'm pulling a I don't know what I'm doing.
Honestly, I do panic a little bit during these. Like, thank you for the compliment. Yeah, no, I do panic a bit about these. Like, in terms of like, do I know my stuff? Like, was it going to turn out? I had like
no one DMs never do. You never know everything that's going to happen.
I had a tiny panic attack. I was like, I read it, and like I've done 1 or 2 hosts where I've DM'd before, and I always know that things go longer than they mean to. Like on a.
No,
like,
I know.
It's just how it is.
I've tried to do one shots, man. They're never one shots.
They're never one shots.
I've tried so many times to do one shot. Like it's just like, we'll just get together for an evening and stuff like that. So it's always like it turns into a campaign.
During the beginning, I was like, okay, I think I can probably get us through this whole like beginning thing. Kind of get the setting down pretty quickly. And I wanted to use Todd as like a way of doing that to like just get the story going, because within the campaign itself, there's nothing that like kind of pushes you forward like forcefully, other than maybe your own curiosity. So I did want to get like something rolling there. And then at one point, like you guys, like we did a thing, and then you guys just kind of got into it, like talking between characters. I was like, yeah, we're not getting out of this square by the end of the night. It wasn't like you guys were wasting time. It was that like this is the play style, and this is where we're gonna be. So yeah, I had a panic attack earlier. Well, I won't call it a panic attack. It was just like I was nervous about making sure I knew all my stuff, and like because I have like this whole thing to memorize. And then when we got to that part, I was like, it's fine. We're not going to get through all of this.
Yeah.
I have never DM'd, but my opinion is when in doubt, make shit up and make it entertaining.
Sure, the easiest thing to do, just improv good.
Oh yeah, just be good at improv.
I find as long as it's moving, that's what's important, right? Like, and if you're getting stuck on something like cutting or doing a rule and moving forward, and just kind of like rolling it ahead is nice. So
yeah, it's interesting for me because I normally don't play a character like Phallus, who is a little bit clueless and clumsy, and it's interesting because like me as a kind of a meta gamer type of person, like I'm already thinking ahead of like what's going to happen, all that kind of stuff, and trying to have Phallus communicate that, but in a way that suits his character has always been interesting to me.
Sure.
Yeah, if you ever see like when he's talking about stuff, he'll just be like, well, I want to ask them about, say, the plates, kind of stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Or
oh my god, those goddamn plates.
So like how do I bring that conversation around to that and try to get the other guys to ask the question for me so I don't have to ask it, right? And so it's just like, what would Phallus do in this kind of situation that kind of suits his character?
It's a fun kind of role reversal, right? Like yeah.
I try not to be too pushy, but then
speaking of like kind of the mechanics and stuff, like I want to be very honest with you. I wasn't trying to be mean. I've definitely seen people before that are like, like there's this thing happening here, and I know there's this thing. Like, can you give me the answer, DM? And I was like,
oh yeah, no. I mean, if you were gonna give me the mechanic, like, because I know you're explaining a thing and there's a mechanic happening.
I was like, you're not getting anything out of me.
Hey, if you share that with me, that's fine. If you tell me to roll for it, I will roll for it. Right? It's up to you. You don't have to be a dick about it.
No, I was just teasing with that, but like, no, that was overall fun. And like, to be honest, with how you were describing. Not to be honest, but like when you're describing like the games and the atmosphere on that, I'm like, I just want Maris to go play games and eat
Tell us how you really feel. Yeah.
I just want like half of it to be that. Can we have more games?
There was a whole bunch of games, and I was like, I really want to do these all. Like I personally did. And maybe that fed into a little bit of the Todd character.
Well, I'm assuming you chose the best.
That was great.
For us.
That was Todd like held our hands and made us do stuff.
No, yeah, that was good because I think we would have been too slow to pick up on that in the beginning.
I just wanted something to move you forward if there was no like immediate action. Like, I'm sure that over time you guys have been like, oh, I'm kind of curious about this, but yeah. I also was kind of interested in when Dylan, you were like, I think we just fuck off. Actually, we just fuck off, right? This is shitty. Let's just go.
I actually really, really wanted to do that, but like Maris wouldn't do that. Like I wanted you to do it as well. Yeah,
I would.
I was looking at stuff. I was trying to like game it out in my head before you like decided on it, and I was like, they can do this. It's going to be tough. There's like some mechanics further down the campaign that would have allowed me to like make that happen. And I was like, I'm into this. Like, it does seem desperate. I kind of hope they stay, but I kind of hope they run. Like, because if you guys stay, then you get to like reap the fruits of your what you've sown. You guys are doing a great job with like keeping people alive and like actually addressing some of the issues in the square. And if you'd left, you wouldn't have gotten the benefits of like a reduction in Doom, but also would have been made a lot of sense.
Yeah. The interesting thing too is like if we hadn't reduced the Doom, there would be actually really bad problems if like one of us like retreats from a fight. That's a Doom, right? So like, this sort of situation where like, if we didn't save that, we'd be in dire straits for doing some other stuff. So that's neat.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Glad I'm not playing a more morally ambiguous character because she'd have been just like, fucking off.
I feel like I did go a little bit easier on you guys. I did ratchet down the difficulty just because there's 3 of you, and I think this is more for a 4 or 5 person campaign. But I was surprised about how well you guys were able to handle it, just even with the minor. I think you probably actually could have taken the full power of the campaign. So next time we do this,
we've got the Holy Trinity: Magician, DPS, and Bard.
It worked out perfectly. I didn't think about it, but like it's a good combo.
Yeah. Well, I know. It'd be kind of interesting to kind of like run through this again. So we'll see what we can do, eh?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe next week. Let's talk about it. But I think with that said, it's time for us all to log off and enjoy the weekend.
Cool.
And don't forget to enter the contest, the giveaway.
Thanks for posting that, by the way, Dylan. I saw a few times in chat.
Yeah, and listen to the regular podcast. Start with Soulbound episode 0.
Yeah. Yes, please. Find it at goquestward.com. Wink.
Thanks, friends.
All right. Thank you.
We'll call it there. Take care, guys.
Bye.